You guys seeing this? You guys seeing the animation right there? How's everybody doing? Look at the animation, guys. Check it out. How you guys feeling about it? How you feeling about it? Oh, and by the way, check it out, guys. I'm hatless. I'm hatless. My Lakers hat is in the cleaners. I got to go and I got to get myself a new Yankees hat today. And I don't care if you're a Yankees fan or not, but I'm a big Yankees fan and the playoffs are looming. They're coming up. So I'm on my way to get a Yankees hat today. So I wanted to ask you guys, what's better? Lakers hat or no hat? Vote in the chat. Lakers hat or no hat? That's all we're going to talk about today. It's going to be 2 hours of deciding whether or not I should wear a Lakers hat or no hat. That's it. That's what the live stream is, everybody. We're not going to talk about anything else. There's nothing to talk about. Just that. So check it out. There's the Mickey's hat right there. Or not the Mickey's hat, but there's the animation. I thought there was going to be like water coming up and stuff. But I guess it just is what it is. The music's pretty cool. So this is happening tomorrow, you know. There we go. MC without a hat. I know it's the FA. No hat today. I got it right over here, though. I might put it back on. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. The Palace. Where'd your hairline go, dude? That you should have asked me that a bunch of years ago. It didn't disappear today. Is that Rob stuff? What? No. Rob stuff's much better looking guy than me. Come on now. Don't hurt Rob. Don't hurt his feelings, you guys. Much better looking guy than me and more hair too. The Palace, only 6K Mickey's on the public drop tomorrow. Good luck. It's going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't mind? You don't mind me wearing the no hat today? I could, I got, like I said, I got to go get my my Yankees hat. My last one, it's really tattered. It's really beat up. Too many days at the ballpark. But today, so it's all, I got to go get a new one because the playoffs are coming and the Yankees are running away with the division. This is great, you guys, for me if you're a Yankee fan. So yeah, check out the animation over here. Let me know what you think. I was expecting like water to go flying up and stuff like that, but it's still really cool. And the fact that it is animated, is pretty rad for the uncommon, right? So, we'll see how it goes. The whole thing about it being like, if you go to my profile here on Twitter, the whole thing about it being right here, 10,000 editions from the sorcerers. I mean, everybody kind of knows this by now. This is not really news, but in case you didn't know, it'll be reserved for the recipients of the promo code after 8 a.m. Pacific time on September the 22nd. Okay. Any unredeemed collectibles from this allotment will be burned. So just so you know, guys, this is going to get burned. Anyone who doesn't redeem, now we know the answer. They put it out. This came out yesterday, so it's not huge news on this live stream. This is not breaking news, but in case you didn't know, they will be burned, right? So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this Mickey drop. That's why I put Mickey on the cover there. I want to know what you think, if you guys are going to be going for this, and how many are going to end up being left over. Like, there are people who are saying that they're not going to use their code. They're going to go for the drop. And if they land one, then they're going to they're not going to redeem, and they're just going to let it burn to that way lower the amount on the market, lower the supply, because there's 10,000, there could be 10,000 editions of this, that could be wiped out. I mean, obviously a lot of people are going to redeem, but a lot of people aren't going to redeem. And if the price is under the floor, then a lot of people aren't going to redeem, right? So, they're just going to why would they, but then that's going to burn one, right? So it's going to be pretty interesting, right? So yeah, Enrique, the water is missing, you guys. It is missing. And so is my hat. So let me know, hat or no hat for today. I can put it on. Look, we can get back to normal. I can put the hat on if you want. or I can take it off. It's Mario, how you doing? Good to see you today, buddy. You like the high quality on this Mickey? Yeah, it's super high quality, super high quality. I would have liked to see, like I said, water splashing. That's what I was hoping for, but I'll still take it. It's still cool. Tom, how you doing? Excited for another stream. Hope everyone's having a great day. Yeah, we're having a good day. We're getting started. We had the Ghost Rider drop this morning. So that was pretty cool. It's a good comic for sure. This is what I did today. I picked myself up the secret rare right here. So here's how it went for me. So I went for 3. Okay, today I went for 3 because, you know, it was still available. And so I got two commons, just 2 basic commons. So that's no problem. I put them back in the store for like $2.50 and they sold. So that's no big whoop. But what I did get on my third one is I got the ultra rare. And I got like a 1400 mint ultra rare. So that was pretty cool. So I threw that in the market for around 20 and that sold. And then what I did is I bought the secret rare for like 60 to 65. So I really spent about, I spent about 40 bucks for a secret rare if you add it all together. And I'm pretty happy with that because this comic looks rad and it has a good potential future. So we'll see what happens with it. But I got the secret rare just locked in the vault, just put in the vault now. You know, I want to know what you guys did. If you guys got the secret rare today too. So let me know about that for sure. If you even went for the drop, I don't know if it's actually still available. If we'll just quickly go to the market really quickly, let me just check it out right here. Let's see if the store, if it's still available. I don't know. It wasn't sold out right away. So let's check it out. So it's not sold out yet. So you can still go for that secret rare if you want or whatever. If you're into gambling, I don't know how many are actually left because it doesn't really show on the web app. So you know, but that's cool. That's cool. You guys can go for it if you want or not. It's all good. I picked up that secret rare, you know. It's a good one for, in my opinion, it's a good one. Smarty Pants. Oh, by the way, Tiny, how you doing? Good to see you today. Smarty Pants says, I thought the water was animated when we first saw it, or did I remember wrong? Yeah, so there was no animation when we first saw it. So if we actually go to Veve right here, like I said, you know, you can see it right here. There's no animation, like there's no water splashing. So it looks a bit weird, but that's okay. Omicron, apparently the water should make the final size too large or something. Someone tweeted about it. Oh, so it'd be all like too big. Well, you know, maybe in the future they'll add water to it, right? I don't mind if they add that to the NFT. Little splashiness going on. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? They fixed Thor right after the drop, so maybe we'll see what happens with that. Chris, Mickey is a great animation. Even the ultra rare and secret rare nice collectibles. I did expect the water to move, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think we all feel the same way. We got that it was only an hour ago that they tweeted this out. So, you know, that might change people's opinions about whether they go for it or not. If it was all splashing, I'm sure it would be even more attractive, right? Yeah, the water might have made it better. Yeah, probably. I would agree with that, like splashy up, but yeah, you take what you get, I guess. The last Mickey drop, I lost $800. Tom, be careful on this one, man. Be careful on this one. We'll see what happens. Omicron, I got 3 lamps, so 360 Mickeys is a win-win-win. No doubt, man. That is amazing, dude. That is amazing. The first Mickey drop, you're down 3,400 each on those. Mickey's not a winner. Oh, I don't know. Which drop are you talking about? You're talking about the golden moments? Oh, no, you're talking about the ultra rare, like the Steamboat Willie. You must have bought right at the top of the tippity top of the market, Tom. Sorry about that, buddy. You must have bought like at the tippity tip because if you got it on the drop, you're not down, but you must have bought when it was exploding. So, you know, we'll see what happens. That Steamboat, people still love that Steamboat, right? So people still love it. Clay, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks, buddy, for coming in. We got Execu Speaks in the house. Nice. How you doing, Execu Speak? Let's go. What's up, MC? Oh, we're just hanging out today. We're just hanging out. You know, I'm just letting the head breathe a little bit today. Mickey's iconic. Yeah, he's iconic. A lot of stuff, you know, from the, you know, the January and February all-time highs is down. But, you know, so it's not just Mickey alone, right? So it's everything's down from those all-time highs. So if you bought at the all-time high, it sucks, you know, but if you sell, that's when you lose. If you don't sell, then, you know, you don't lose yet, right? So we'll see what happens. Nice music and graphics. How much are my NFTs? Well, that's nice of you to say. I appreciate that, man. So my NFT is right here, the drop heads. You can actually go onto the OpenSea, and they range. The floor is around $5 or $6 or so, and you get a free one if you join the channel as a member. So that's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. And today we're going to have some, today we're going to have our nice, OMI crypto rewards today. So that's going to be fun, right? So this drops tomorrow. Yeah, the Mickey drops tomorrow morning. So this is going to be a really interesting drop, everybody. So like I said, you got about 6,000 out to the public. All right. To me, like I didn't get the lamp, so I don't have a code. And, so there's like, there's about 6,000 that you'll be able to go for. And, that's mixed amongst the 3 rarities, right? So the cool thing is if you get the most common one, the most likely one you'll get on the drop, you'll get the animated. So that's beautiful. And, then of course, if you don't, you'll have to settle for an ultra rare or a secret rare. You'll have to settle, right? So that's pretty interesting, right? So we'll see what happens. But the thing is that the people who got the code, they can still also go for this drop as well. So they can double up. So they can go for the drop. And, because if you have a code, it's a blind box as well. You don't know what you're going to get if you redeem it. Now, you can just wait. If you got the code, you can just sit there for a couple days and you can see how this like looks in the market before you decide to buy. So you have a lot of options if you have that redeemable code. The only thing is if you don't redeem it, it's gone. It's burnt and you get nothing. Like if you don't redeem it and you don't buy one in the market or you don't go for the drop, you get 0, right? Just remember that, people. You get nothing, and maybe getting nothing is better. But here's the dilemma. If you don't redeem, that one of them gets burnt, so the supply goes down. So it's like a catch-22. Like, you know what I mean? If it's sitting, the cheapest one is sitting at, say, 25 gems in the market. And you have the code. So you have a decision to make. Do I, because it's 60 to redeem, right? 60 gems. So, you'll be taking a loss, right? Like theoretically, if you redeem, if you plan to sell, right? But if you don't redeem, one of them's gone and the supply gets better for the rest of us. So this is a really wild one, right? It's a really wild one. Tom, MC, you should make NFT and a better platform than Veve. Let's make our own comic NFT. Tom, I appreciate the sentiment, man. I did make my own NFT, the drop heads, but I'm nowhere near Veve's level. I couldn't do anything like that, my man. I wish I could, but I just, I don't have the talent for that and the IP, right? So, so yeah, it's 8 a.m. Pacific time. This is the drop tomorrow, right? We got Palace as well in the house. Brendan, how you doing? Let's go. Everybody, if you're not following the Palace crowd, get in there, you guys, for sure. Omicron, I do hope the Sorcerer Mickey mint matches the lamp. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Like, is it going to, if you redeem, are you going to get a matching mint number? I don't know how they could possibly do that, though. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll find out. Palace, 6K Mickeys on a public drop tomorrow. Good luck. It's going to be tough. Exactly. We said that already. I already read yours. Yeah. Let's go down a little bit here and jump up right here. Omar, what about the water? I know. Yeah, it's still dope if the water doesn't move. I agree, right? I agree. FA Hatless. So like I said, guys, this is your choice today. We'll go hat. Let's go. We got Lakers hat. Okay. Okay, so standard Lakers hat. I do have my yellow logo one too, but I will have a Yankees hat on Saturday. I'm switching into baseball mode, everybody. We're getting into the fall here. The Yankees are right there leading the division. Let's go. Aaron Judge could hit 60 home runs. I don't know if you guys follow baseball, but this is my time of year right here. So I got the hat and I got the no hat. So you guys vote. Clay wants the hat. Tom wants no hat. Chris wants the Lakers. No one wants to look at my ugly mug, my ugly head. Look at that. NFTE Island says Lakers hat. You guys are confusing me. KCB MW says no hat. All right. Omicron says shave the head and grow a beard. No. Then we'll have, if I invited on our normal guests, we got Dino and Veve Vibes and stuff. If we all did that, we'd all look the same. That would be super hilarious though, right? Celtics? No way. What are you, nuts? This is the Lakers channel, my friend. even though I do like the Celtics, you guys, you can like both. You can like, my favorite thing in the world is when they meet in the finals, actually. When the Lakers and Celtics meet in the NBA finals, or when the Red Sox and the Yankees meet in the, in the ALDS or something, there's nothing better to watch. There's almost nothing better to watch in the world, right? Secret Rare, no hat. Yeah. We need to cook. So the animation is not getting fixed. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, I don't know if it's if they'll add like, more splashes later. We'll see, right? Superstar Money, how you guys doing? No hat Juju. How did you play on the drop today? So like I said, thanks guys. Oh, by the way, everybody, go over. The superstars have got all the Veve superstars on the channel, doing little co-hosting this month. It's so awesome. I've been watching all the vids. You just had Sleeping Comics on, and that was a really good kind of interview chat you guys had. So everybody head over there, make sure, because you're getting like a lot of like, really, really, I mean, you're getting all the champs are over there on the channel, right? And I'm just loving watching you guys. So how did I do on the drop, superstars? Oh, wait a second, guys. Speaking of champions of the world, we got an OG. We got a master. We got a legend. This is such a treat for me, guys. We got Johnny Dunn's in the house.
My man. How we doing, Mycollectables? How we doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing good now. I see the link, dude. Yeah.
No hat.
I know. I'm doing a vote today. I'm like, hat or no hat, just for today. I got.
Is this the FA?
Is this the FA? So this is standard, Laker hat look.
Let's
go. Then no hat for today. What do you think, man?
I like both. I didn't know you were a Lakers fan.
Oh man, yeah. Like I'm gonna put the hat on. Watch. Yeah, dude, all the way. I go back to '89.
Wow, awesome.
Old school.
So you're a big time fan then. Awesome.
Yeah, I went through all the lean years, all the Kobe years, all the lean years before LeBron, even the LeBron years.
Yeah, with LeBron.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you like having LeBron on the Lakers, or are you kind of like against having LeBron on the Lakers? Not against, but I guess I know some people don't really like LeBron. Some people do.
Like I like LeBron. What I like, man, with sports. And by the way, thanks for coming on, man. It's so awesome. It's so awesome that you're on here. Believe me, this is a real treat for me because I've been watching your live streams since the beginning.
Absolutely. I just got done work, so.
Yeah, you just got off work too. So, and you got that job, like you were saying, you golf course.
Man, I
dream
appreciate that.
job,
You're one of my first members.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been watching your channel from the start.
I know it's lagging a little bit, but I think we're good now.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate it. You're one of the first members of the channel. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Totally. Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I've been following your channel for a while too. I saw you just had Alex on the channel. I saw you had a lot of big people on the channel recently. So shout out to you, brother. You're grinding, leveling up the channel.
Just doing my best, just trying to keep up with you, man. Hey, man, what I'm going to do, let's do this. Let me drop you down and then bring you back because there is a bit of a lag. So let me drop you down real quick. Is that cool? Do you want to just reconnect in a sec? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
In just a sec. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we'll get Johnny back here in just a sec. We'll see if he we'll boot him out really here. We'll just kick him out. He'll come back. I got the hat on anyway, so let's go right here. All jokes. So we'll get him back. Well, hopefully the lag will, because there was a bit of lag there. We had trouble like timing our conversation. Okay, here he goes.
Let's try this one.
Oh, that's good.
Let's go. Working great. Last time I had connection issues was with Randy on his live stream a while back, and it just completely crapped out. So yeah, I'm glad this is finally working now. Let's go.
Yeah, we're timed up perfectly now. This is awesome. So like I said, yeah, so you asked me, like about being a Laker fan, right? And and I was just gushing over having you here, dude. Now I'm going to totally ask you some good questions today, but we'll hang out. This is just cool. I don't know how much time you got, but I'll hang out with you. And yeah. So, but Lakers fan, I go back to 89. So what happened in 89 for me is that I was living with my grandparents at the time for a few months, and they had a little TV down in the rec room that they let me watch. And I played basketball in school a little bit. I was in grade 7 in 89. Okay. So I'm dating myself, but I turned on the TV and I saw, the Lakers and Pistons going at it, and the Pistons were the bad boys, if you remember, and they swept the Lakers that year. And it was Kareem's final season, and Magic had torn his hamstring. So he was out. So I was watching the Lakers get beaten, And you know, my heart and nostalgia started to like want, because everyone was cheering for Kareem to,
Right.
and so I was like, I just kind of gravitated towards wanting them to come back, and of course they didn't. So then I just became a fan, you know, and then Magic became my all-time favorite player, and I got his jersey, and yeah, it's
awesome.
a long history, my friend.
That's an awesome time to start tuning into basketball for the first time. Those are like legendary years right there. That's
well,
amazing.
the crazy thing, I felt sorry for the Lakers, but you know, they were going for a three-peat that year, so you know, little did I know.
Wow. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a lot of people in here today. This is great, guys. We got Johnny in the house. So, man, so like, how are you feeling right now, man? You feeling pretty good? Like, how you feeling about like this Disney drop, the Mickey coming up? And I never got a chance to ask you or get your thoughts about how you feel about the whole lamp thing and how it went down. You know, it'd be really cool to know, like, what you think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, I feel great. I feel out of the loop though. Now start working at this job. It's like I come home and I see all these tweets, the animation. I'm like, oh man, I didn't even get a chance to really check it out yet. So I did slightly just see the animation of it. I didn't really get to really check it out in details or anything like that. I did see the water's not moving. I know a lot of people were hoping or wishing the water was animated or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see it right there.
I like the
it's
sound
not,
with that. I like the music.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I
totally.
like the animation of it. So for the lamp drop, I wish I was, you know, it's one of the few that I wasn't able to get on the drop, believe it or not. So during that drop, I was actually at work. So I went for the drop, went to the bathroom at 10:58 and went for the drop. I didn't have Wi-Fi. I thought 5G would be good enough. And man, I felt everybody's pain. I'll tell you what. Went for the drop. I think I was slightly early, and then I could try to like click late. Normally, if I'm at my house on my Wi-Fi, I'm still good to go. But man, I missed it. I was like, no way. And I have all the golden moments, so I really, really wanted to finish this. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't get the last one. So I went back to work. About 45 minutes later, I'm like constantly trying to check the prices. And I'm like, wow. Okay, it's at like 190, 180, 200. I think that's when I saw it started going up there. I was like, okay, it's probably going to retrace. But I was like, you know what? I'm locking this in. I'm locking the D in. I had enough gems, so I didn't really mind paying a little extra. I was letting go of some things prior just to make sure I had enough gems to complete the golden moment set. So I bought the lamp. I think I bought the D at like 1. I can probably check exactly what I bought the D at. But I just remember trying to lock them in the market, and oh my gosh, I couldn't. It kept coming up with the reserve taken or whatever. So I'm sitting there at work like, no, you got to be kidding me. Not one of these days. Couldn't lock it in for the longest time. I couldn't buy one until like an hour later.
Wow. Yeah, right?
It was wild. But finally I did lock one. I paid 190 for the D. And of course it retraced a little bit. But for me, completing those Disney Golden Moments was like one of my biggest achievements, accomplishments on the app. So I was like, you know what? I got enough gems right now. I don't want to try to time it and, you know, worry about it running up or coming back down. I was like, you know what? I got enough gems for it. I don't mind if it does dip another 50 gems, wherever the case is. I believe in these Disney Golden Moments big time for the long term. Yeah, and especially with what Disney's coming out with their AR movie that they just showed. I don't know if you got a chance to see that or not on Twitter.
Yeah, where the stuff's coming out of the TV screen and stuff.
Crazy. I feel like they're planting the seeds right now in their whole entire audience community. So
good God. And you have the whole set, right?
Yeah, I was blessed.
Dude!
That's one of my favorite entire collections. And I have 2 Walts, and I thought about, do I try to get a second entire set? But that's a little bit out of reach for me right now.
Yeah, just do a double set. Yeah, why not?
Because I do think eventually one of the iterations on the web app will be selling full sets together. So they're all broken up into individual sets. But I figured if you could sell the entire collection, that will go for an absolute premium one day. I really believe so. So
yeah, man, that's an awesome point. I know that's been mentioned a few times. I've actually heard you say that before too, with, you know, having the ability to sell a set because they display them. You could say, oh, just sell the set, just boom. And then like, you know, that would be, I mean, yeah, that would make it a lot easier too, because, you know, you have to search and search. My drop day story about the D logo and the lamp too. So I didn't get it either, man. And I felt, and I know Veve Magic, she didn't get it. And I saw her, she was talking before, you know, in the spaces and stuff, and how devastated she really was. She was like, I think she tweeted like don't even talk to me right now. Like, she wasn't mad at anybody. She was just like,
leave you magic.
yeah, exactly. So I had the same experience,
disbelief.
like I went for it and I didn't get it either. And, I felt actually really bad about not getting it because I don't have all the moments or anything, right? But I really wanted
Right.
this set. And I wanted the utility of it, or the code and the wish. And,
Right.
and then so I didn't get, so I had the same experience as you. I went into the market, went for the D logo first, and took me a while to get one. And then I did get one. And then I had it for a day. And then I looked for the matching mint of it, because the person who sold the D logo to me, they obviously sold the lamp as well. And they probably sold it just before, like maybe the lamp sold first to someone else because it was cheaper, right? And so I couldn't find the matching mint of it. So I was like, for like literally all day that Saturday, the next day I was looking for it. And then I found two on the market that were by one seller. They were selling their set and I saw them matched and I was like, oh, so I quickly bought the lamp.
Wow.
And then I quickly had to sell my D logo to get the matching D logo.
The other D, right?
Yeah, but the good news is that D wasn't on the floor. Like it was a few down. It was around 190 as well, right? So
okay, yeah.
And I got my first D for 165, right? So but I had to pay a little extra to get the match. So my D logo, I priced it really well. It sold within like 30 seconds, man.
Nice.
And then I was like,
set.
Yeah, then I got the matching set in the market.
That's amazing, man. Congrats. I think, like I said, once we're able to sell them together, people, I mean, all collectors will want something like that. So I think a collector will pay a premium for matching mint sets together. I think that's huge. So,
totally.
Congrats on being able to find that, man. That's awesome.
Oh, I looked all day, man. I looked all day. Quick shout out to Hinanu. Thanks so much for the super chat, buddy. It's good that you popped in here. He popped in real quick. He's probably back to work, not getting in trouble with his with his boss and stuff. But thanks, man. I appreciate the super chat. So yeah, man. So are you feeling okay about like how the whole structure of this thing goes? Because I actually personally don't mind how the whole thing went. As an initial kind of like jump into original ownership rewarding and getting stuff on the drop rewarding. I know there's a whole collector aspect. Like you're a collector. Like you got the whole golden moments. So I'm sure you would like, well, you can speak for yourself. I'm sure you would probably like to, get a recognition for having the whole set now, or maybe getting a chance first. So what were I want to know, what do you think, man?
Yeah. So I think this is an amazing first attempt, like trial, because they're still testing things out, right? Yeah. Nothing's like solidified, set in stone yet. So I think it's amazing and bullish that they are kind of testing things out, testing the water, saying, the original owners who go for the drop, get the drop, will be rewarded. I think that's amazing. I know you talked about, I think it was on Alex's stream, about it just feels great to get that original or get that collectible on the drop and be that original owner. Once that previous ownership comes out on the web app, I think it's going to be a big deal. Whether it's from, a fan from your favorite influencer or celebrity, it's going to be a big deal. Now, I would love, and I do think it's coming, to be rewarded for the full collection. I know some people were saying if you had the full set before, you should have been able to get this drop. And I can understand that. I mean, I would have personally loved it because I have it. But again, I think that's coming. I think that's down the road. There's no way they have the first ever Disney collection not have utility. Like, they're done the collection now. So I think it was Sean from Comics and Crypto saying they have every incentive now to make that more valuable for the resale percentage that they get and everything. So I think it's great that they're just testing things out. What does this happen? What happens when somebody goes for a drop and they are the original owner and they hold on to it? For all the drops that I was blessed to be able to get, I hope that comes out more and more in the future. Like for me, that Secret Rare Spider-Man is probably my top collectible that I'm the original owner of. $400. $400.
Dude, Secret Rare Spidey as a original owner. Holy crap, man.
That's my baby. That's kind of a high mint, but they're all kind of low mints, only 1,000. So that's my baby. That's my baby right there. I watched all that go all the way up to 100K. Watch it come all the way back down. Now for me, I only have one of them. So in my eyes, that's not even a piece like that I'm trying to time the market with, profit off of. That's just staying in the showroom as the original owner. And one day when we can, make an admission fee, maybe it's a gem, 2 gems, the higher the collection goes, maybe a 5-gem entry. I want it to be pretty cheap so everybody can come in, but I've always had that vision of, like a digital museum one day to where I don't have to sell off my collection to make money. I can charge an income or charge an admission fee, maybe a gem or two. And that Secret Rare Spidey is definitely one of those pieces that I don't want to touch because of that reason. So,
oh, no doubt. No doubt. Omicron right here. Thank you so much. He just went for the comic today and it was still available and landed the Secret Rare.
Wow, huge.
Nicely done, because it's still available. Thanks for the super chat, Omicron, and congrats big time.
Did you go for that comic today?
Oh yeah, so I went for it. And I wanted to ask you too. Like, so I went for 3 of them just because it was still available. I was patient, I hit the first one, and then I saw it was still available. I was like, I think I'll go for 2, double my shot, because I still have never landed a Secret Rare on the drop ever.
Collectible or comic, just never.
Collectible, I've landed 2. So I got Thor and I got the Father's Day Star Wars, art.
Cool, those posters.
And I got both of those on the drop, but never a comic. And that's, my bag, right?
Yeah,
that's true. So I go for it every time just to see. And I managed to get an ultra rare, and that was really cool. So I've got a few ultra rares. And so what I did is I sold that in the market with the 2 commons. And then I bought the Secret Rare for like 65. And so because I like this comic. It's a really nice, future speculation, and so I like, and it's the Ghost Rider, like it looks cool, so I wanted to have this cover. One Secret Rare. Yeah. How did you do? Did you get it? Or
no? I didn't even go for the drop today. I didn't know too much about this comic, and I didn't spend the time to kind of research it or anything like that. I've been real busy, so like I said, I feel so out of the loop. It happened so fast, but I would say the last week and a half, it's been about 2 weeks now since I started the job, so really I'm just trying to go for these drops that seem iconic or huge or something like that. So if it's like a big time comic or something, I'll still definitely go to the bathroom and go for the drop, but for this
no doubt,
I decided not to go for it today.
You might get some good reception out there on like the 18th hole, you might be out there and clear skies, and just like connect right to the thing, Look at the Superstar Money, give you a little JD love.
Let's go. Shout out to the Superstar Money, Joe and Rob. Yeah. Hopefully I'm in the pro shop a lot more often, so I get the Wi-Fi. But yeah, it's going well so far. I'm putting all my money that I'm making right into OMI right now, actually, believe it or not. So we can talk about that for a little.
Yeah, man. I was gonna, for sure, dude. Whatever.
Normally, I would say normally I would put it into the Veve app for more gems, because I definitely do need some more gems right now. But I feel like my collection is pretty solidified to where it is right now. So if the new drop happens, I'll probably go for a new drop if it's big. Looks like my connection is pretty bad right now. It's still lagging, but sorry about that.
I can still hear you. Keep going.
But right now,
good.
Okay, cool. And I do have 1 million OMI, but I bought most of the 1 million OMI when the prices were higher right now, and I sent that into the Veve app. So for me, that 1 million OMI is something that I'm just not touching. That's just like something I don't want to profit off, take out. It's just in the Veve app. And so what I've been doing is just basically using all the money that I am making to get another bag of OMI to then profit off of when it does go back up. So I do want to keep adding to OMI right now, just because I feel like my collection on Veve is pretty solid right now. There's not too many things where I'm like reaching to try to go grab, unless crazy Star Wars collectible comes out or something. I may have to add some more gems in, but for the most part, I'm trying to stack some more OMI right now.
That's smart. That's totally smart. I'm about 500,000 on my OMI right now.
Nice.
And so I want to get to the 1 million level, and I'm giving OMI away like today actually on the channel, because that's part of my drop heads. There's one version of the drop heads that we do giveaways of OMI.
Oh, that is awesome.
So, it's pretty cool. So that happens on today's on the Thursday stream. This is cool because my schedule for streaming, like, I know with like our lives always change a bit. And, now that you got that, the golf job and stuff, you're obviously your on air schedule is going to change a bit. So mine's changed too. So I got the Tuesday, Thursday live stream. So this one is the OMI one. But yeah, man, for me, wanting to buy OMI and like, get more, I want to get over that 1 million level, which isn't hard to do. Like really, if you think about it, and like at the current prices. But man, it's there's so much. I mean, we always say this about OMI, but it's really like one of those cryptocurrencies and these coins that are like have such an unbelievable future ahead that we can't even like like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the potential power of it all.
Right.
So, and I know that I have time to get some, but at the same time, once it goes, man, it's gonna go, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Is that why you're putting more in?
And
Is that why you're putting it in there?
yeah, definitely. And so you're definitely right about that. Like, you have time. And so for me, that was one thing I didn't do a good job of realizing, that I had time before. Like, when I first started finding Veve, OMI, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm late. This thing's about to skyrocket. I need to get in right now and go all in. So hindsight, it would have been good to kind of space it out a little bit, not go all in right away, wait for some dips to happen. But so right now, I believe in OMI and Veve so much. I'm sure you do too. To where, like you said, when OMI does take off, when it is on these big exchanges, when I have a feeling that Disney is going to use OMI somehow, some way, integration. I think these big companies will want to find a way to integrate this somehow, some way. And so the fact that we have all these IPs on the Veve app in general, in the first place, I think it's just amazing for Veve, Okomi. And so, not that I'm saying a million isn't enough. It's, a million is still a good amount, but
10 million.
Yeah, that's my goal right now.
Randy Chavez, 100 and whatever million.
Trying to get on Randy's level. So for me, I just didn't want to have that million OMI and then watch the price skyrocket back up, but then feel like I can't pull it back out because that's my only million OMI I got. So that's why I'm just trying to create another bag. Like right now, the other bag is about 400,000 OMI right now. And so I'm trying to get to another million, and then I'm sure that's what I'm going for right now. I feel like I've always lacked balance. So it's always like, even this little micro ecosystem, it's kind of lack balance. Veve, OMI. I was heavy on Veve in the beginning. Now I'm going to be not heavy on OMI, but I'm just trying to even it out a little bit, I guess you could say. Because I don't want to sell too many of my collectibles right now. I've had to let go of some, even though I didn't want to, just because the prices are so low. But that was just to afford maybe things that I believe in a little bit more. Like over the past, I would say, few weeks, I've been really making sure my collection is filled with things that I love and I believe in the most for the long term, instead of having like a bunch of things that maybe I'm not really into, or maybe I just got for, MCP points, and I've had it for a year now. So those retroactive points are going to be solid anyway. So
I feel the same way, man. I totally do. I've been doing the same exact thing, where it's really funny you said that, because I think us in the community, we've been like, listening to each other and kind of feeling it out. And, I've transitioned some of my, what's in my collection to go after things that I think are really strong long-term, that I think are still at the price. If I get them today, it's not going to matter. Like in 2 weeks from now, like if it goes down a little bit,
that short-term fluctuation won't matter with that future.
And so like I've been doing the same thing. I've been transitioning a bit. And the only problem though that I have, and I'll ask you too, is that there's some things that that I really love that I have in my collection, and I know that I like when I try to sell them, my heart's like, well, I really like that one, and even though it's not something that's ever going to be worth a ton, I'm balancing the collectability factor where I want to keep stuff that I really enjoy, that I love looking at. And the fact of, okay, well, I want to grab some stuff that I know is going to go up in the future. Do you have that tug of war? Because
absolutely I do. And, we're all kind of investors, I would say, but at the same time, a lot of us are collectors or get turned into collectors. And so it's okay to collect things you love and not for that investment purpose, right? I mean, I think combination is solid. You got to be aware of what you're in it for. And for me, I think it's great to have a collection that is a little bit of balance. You have those investment pieces. You have some collectibles that may not be that valuable, but it brings you joy. It brings you enjoyment just to look at, be on the Veve app, know that you have it in your collection. I definitely have a few of those. One actually just let go something similar to that, to where it could still be really valuable because it is a scarce piece of art. And I've transitioned most of my collection from artistic art stuff to the big IP stuff. But I do have a soft spot for a lot of the artwork too. And one of those pieces I would say that I did just let go of, that I'm like, oh, it kind of hurt a little bit because I just love it. And it's pretty scarce too. It's I love Tara McPherson's artwork. It's one of my favorite artists on the app. And I didn't know who Tara McPherson was before Veve. And the Way OB was one of those posters that I just love looking at. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not.
Oh,
But it
sure.
was the Way
Yeah.
OB.
No, I look at them in the market, like, I don't own any of them, but I've been getting, actually, I'm going to be doing a whole video on art that extends beyond Veve very shortly, with Patrick Hughes and, some
Patrick
of the
Hughes is a great
websites you
one.
can buy. Yeah. Yeah. With some of the websites you can buy art, because I'm getting more into spatial as well, and how that all connects and stuff. So,
That app
I've
is
got a lot to
crazy,
see about
right?
that. Yeah, I know.
I
So,
saw
yeah, I'll
so
be
much.
getting into more of that too. But Tara McPherson stuff is so gorgeous, right?
I love Terry McPherson's artwork, and that's what was such a killer, because I think it only had like 600 and something editions. I love the way it looked, like in my showrooms, like next to my Golden Dragon Girls, it was that one vertical poster in the middle, and I just love the way it looked. But wanted some extra gems, put it into
Yeah.
something. Like I just got another Superman not too long ago.
Another which one? Sorry, you
And
cut out.
that's an example of me kind of condensing my collection. Oh yeah, Superman, the Superman FA. I got a third one of those not too long ago, and just because I was like, you know what, I only have 2 of these, and when Superman does pop, I'm gonna want to profit a little bit, so I got a third one. And I think what I was doing to get that one was letting off a lot of the comics that I didn't love or believe in that for the long term, and so I like my comic collection too. I can't wait to show you one day. I feel like you're gonna love the comic collection.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But a lot of the comics that may not be the most valuable in the real world, I was letting go of, that might have got just for like MCP points or something like that. Because a lot of those rare, ultra rare comics are so cheap right now to where once they release the MCP program, stuff like that, I think will kind of pop up a little bit. But mainly, I'm just focused on OMI right now, because I felt like I didn't do a good enough job. Well, I guess I did, because it all came down. So timing was great that I didn't buy before. But I felt like, because when I first found Veve, a lot of the people that I was associated with, or like friends with and groups with, they were like, Johnny, what are you doing going all in on Veve? Buy OMI. And I was like, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. So it ended up working out great. But now it's like, okay, now's the time. So I'm just putting my head down. It's kind of humbling taking this job too at a golf course. Because I have I could get a career teaching job, but it's like not the route that I really wanted to go in. So it's definitely humbling getting the golf job, and I'm just putting all the money I make right into OMI. So hopefully, in another month or two, I'll have a few extra mil OMI, and that would be huge for me. That because I feel like my collection is there already, to where now it's like, let's focus on OMI right now.
Well, you got, like I
Once
said,
it's on Coinbase,
what's that?
I'm sorry. Once it's on these big exchanges, and I know people are like saying, we've been saying wait for big exchanges for a while now, but again, we're in a bear market. So they said they want that momentum to keep piling on, and they don't want to get listed on a big exchange with no momentum, no utility, because things are going to pump and then dump. And so we got time until things are in place with the utility kind of coming out of a bear market. And so I'm just putting my head down right now, grinding, and hopefully it just adds to the legendary story. This is how I got a bunch of OMI now. So.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, like, so okay, for that, right? I mean, so do you have a target that you want to get to? You mentioned a few more million, like over the next little bit here. Do you have like a specific like number target you want to get to, like a round number, like 50 million or 25 million or higher?
Right. I don't know if I'll be able to get on, Randy's level or some of these other, whales out here. I don't really have a number in target, to be honest. I just want to at least a couple more million OMI. I guess it just depends on how much I make over the next, few months or whatever the case is. But really, I don't really have a price target. I guess, maybe 3 mil, 5 mil. At least. But I just want to, my focus isn't really on a price target. It's more so just adding OMI. Like that's where, because it's so easy to put money into Veve, get gems, and so
just like that. It's too easy.
It's too easy, and that's why again they're so genius, because calling them gems in the first place, right? I mean, stuff like that just goes back to the team that's involved, and so right now I'm trying to keep my focus on adding OMI right now. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
I see a lot of comments.
I was on the Spaces last night, and I was just listening to people chat and stuff like that, and we were just talking a little bit. People were talking about like like what's going on in Veve right now. So let me just break this down really quick because I want to ask you, right? So there's this feeling that I've been having lately that something is kind of like looming. Now, I don't know what that is. Like, it's because, we get these lulls and these drops with
Right.
not a lot drops. We got New York Comic Con coming up. Alex, when he popped on my stream, was talking to, he was like, you could tell there's so much he would like to say,
like holding back,
but he's not gonna because he can't or won't. But there was all these little tidbits about Master Collector Program and all this stuff, right? And like, I'm not saying that that's going to launch tomorrow, but when I was in the spaces last night, there was this general feeling like something is going on, right? Like in the background here. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. Whether it's a big announcement of an IP, I don't know. Whether it's Master Collector is going to be announced, like maybe not released, but maybe there'll be more info. I don't know. Like, how do you feel right now? Because I feel like it's too quiet.
It does seem quiet.
And I don't mean quiet in regards to like, oh, the market's not booming. I don't mean anything. I just mean like, Veve's not usually this quiet in my experience. There's usually always a drop to look forward to or not look forward to. There's always something going on or this and that, but it seems like they're really like behind the scenes. Like, how is your feeling right now for the fall? Do you think we're going to get some imminent? I kind of feel it, man. I'm feeling it. And then people in the spaces were talking like that a bit too. There's people positioning, you could see with selling stuff, almost like they're getting ready for something. And, I don't know. This is kind of the sentiment that I'm hearing. What do you think?
Yeah, so great job bringing that up, because I would say before this Mickey drop, well, we kind of knew that Mickey drop was happening because of the lamp drop and everything, but I was telling some other people, I said, Veve's really quiet right now on Twitter. They're not really posting too much. And so it definitely does feel like I'm getting some kind of feedback right now. I don't know if that's on my end or...
No, I can. Oh, you sound good to me.
Okay, all good.
Awesome. Yeah, you're tight that you're not laggy at all. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it does feel like that. I don't know if that's, like you said, Master Collector Program or maybe like a sports drop.
Yeah,
it feels like something. And the other thing I want to bring up is last time David you came on Twitter Spaces, it was right after we had like payout and cash out and everything like that. I remember Crypto Khaki. Shout out to Crypto Khaki. I don't know if you're familiar with him or not, but
sure,
big person in the community. He did a bunch of interviews in the early days.
Haven't spoken to them, but I know who they are. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Crypto Khaki asked David Yu on that Spaces. He says, David, now that we got like the payout, MTL is here. That was a huge feature to work on. What's the next like big thing that the team's working on now? And David replied with the Master Collector Program.
Yeah.
So I think end of this year, I don't know if it's going to roll out. It's like, here it is, it's final, or like an article still may come out on it. The OMI utility program, we're still waiting on another article to come out to maybe finalize it a little bit. I think we could see some finalized articles on either of the two coming soon. And they've also talked about how sports and music are coming.
Right?
I think we're going to see a sports drop sometime soon, which I don't have the gems ready for that.
Can you imagine?
It'd be huge. For me, I'm not going to be letting go of my superhero stuff because I actually believe in the IP of like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man even more so than most athletes, because Gary Vee had a great video on this back in March saying like comes down like most NBA players last maybe a few years in the league unless it's that greatest of all time, then it's a debate. So but I think sports is going to be huge because of the fandom, the excitement. Like even if it's not the most valuable collectible in the world, it could be my favorite athlete, my favorite sports player.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go crazy. Like I'm a huge athlete, so
well, the team aspect of it, that's why, in a lot of ways, that's why I like the something along the lines of like the D logo, because it's Disney.
Encompasses the whole thing.
Yeah, so characters come and go, movies come and go, and the popularities, and even with Spider-Man or like with big monster like Snow White or something. I mean, they're legendary. They'll there's no dip for them. They're always going to be in the public eye, or at least, but if a sports team comes and say we get some, like, I don't know, New York Giant merch or something, I mean, like, or some Yankees or some Lakers, if we get a Lakers logo, I'm going to just, like, my whole screen's going to explode. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hear you, man. Like, and then the music aspect of that, I don't know, like, there's just something going on, and I don't know what it is. Like, and I think that's a song.
It does feel like something.
There's something happening here, and I don't know what it is. Bob Dylan reference there. But yeah, I feel it. I don't know. People have been, it was interesting last night. So, an Orange Bag Lady's in the house too. How you doing? This is one of the spaces that this conversation came up. Good to see you.
OBL.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi. You doing?
Oh yeah, she was shouting out Khaki. Yeah, she knows Khaki. We used to live stream together back in the day.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. So, like, it was this feeling, right? So, I don't know. I mean, it just feels like this fall, something's going on, some announcement. We're already at September the 15th.
Crazy, right?
I know. So we talk about the end of the year, like, it's way over there, but
it's only a couple months away.
It's coming quick, right? So in the meantime, I mean, I like that idea of going after OMI like you are. It's probably something I should just divert my attention to, because I feel pretty good about my collection, although I'm still trying to acquire certain things and just build it a bit more during the prices. So
yeah, one thing I want to say about your collection, you had an amazing idea, or have an amazing idea or strategy of collection. So when you brought up the Silver Age comics, right? And I think you already have like a full collection of Silver Age comics, right?
The unofficial kind of the one I put together. I threw in the Marvel comic. It's a Golden Age, I know, but you can't leave that one out. I want it, otherwise it just sits on its own. So I put it in the mix. So there's 26 of them, yeah, but that makes 27.
And I love the fact you said unofficial, because that made me think, oh my gosh, this is genius. Because when you're searching for comics on the web app, I guarantee you eventually one of the iterations will be, well, how do you want to filter these comics? Silver Age, Bronze Age.
Right.
I think that's going to be a huge factor. And so you going around right now collecting all the Silver Age comics, huge. Great idea, man. Great idea.
Oh, look, thanks. It looks really nice. Did you know you can pick up the Bronze Age set, which is the 70s and early 80s, for like 150 gems? You can get one of every cover, except for the Hammerhead, Spider-Man 130, that really the crazy one. But all of them for about 150 gems, and there's 27 of them.
That sounds like a steal.
I know. If you take out the Hammerhead one, which is like 800 or bucks or whatever. Right. So the whole thing, technically, if you put that one in, would be 1,000. It's kind of like taking AF-15 out of the Silver Age.
Right. Yeah, then it's a lot lower.
Then it's like 500 as opposed to 1,000. But yeah, no, it's crazy, right? So, but I don't want to discount comics like today, like some of these newer ones that have a big future ahead. But yeah, I wanted to put it together. It's really interesting too, because the bronze ones and the Silver Age ones, there's exactly the same amount. They're 27 each. Which is weird, right? I didn't realize that until, because I guess it's not like you know how it is. You've been here since the beginning, man. They don't just pull stuff out of a hat.
Right. Sometimes it may feel random, but there's a strategic rollout plan. And the fact that they have the same amount, that's interesting. That's not an accident. So that's another reason why it makes me so bullish on your idea of just collecting all those Silver Age comics. I kind of was doing that with I wasn't really calling it that. I wasn't thinking about it like that. For me, I thought about it like, what are just the top comics possible? And let me get those top comics. But the way you broke it down, I was like, I could already see in my head going to the Veve app on the web app, searching for comics, filtering it by Silver Age, Bronze Age, Golden Age, see the MC1 there. And I was like, oh, genius move, MC.
Well, we'll see what happens with it. Look, Pure Chaos wants to know, are you going to be in New York?
For Comic-Con, I got to buy tickets. So I held off on buying tickets because I was trying to get accepted to this backstage press or press badge type thing, and I got declined. I didn't get accepted. So I guess I'm not popping enough for that, but that means I just got to buy the tickets. And they're not too expensive, so...
Yeah.
Me and my buddy were actually going to go, Tyler Gear, Veve Chusk, one of the few people that actually got into Veve when I was telling my whole entire town, my hometown, get in Veve. Only like 2 people listened to me, and he was one of them that got in. So he was offering to drive us down there, or drive us up there, I should say, for a NYC Comic-Con, and
Yeah.
he just wanted to make sure that like the whole monkeypox thing wasn't going to shut down everything, and as long as I don't think it's going to at this point.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that, but
I think we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, I think
so
that's gonna be
right. It's gonna be a movie when I see everybody. Are you going or no?
Well, I can't go to the New York one because you know, I'm over here on the West Coast,
right?
And I've already bought my tickets for the Decon Anaheim, so I'll be at that
that's
one.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to go to the New York City one, but my wife, she's in Europe right now visiting family, so there's no chance of I could have even gone to the Decon London.
Oh wow!
And also the New York one, she's like, it's basically right after she gets back in a lot of ways, so there's no financial way I could do it. But I'll be watching. I want to go to one of those big ones. The San Diego Comic-Con is like, you know, I mean, I'm in the like with my Stormtrooper stuff and my shirt, I'm in the 501st, and they have a big booth there. And but so a lot of people that I know personally around here, they go down, but they get their tickets like 2 years in advance. And it's so I don't know if I'll ever attend that one necessarily, but I'll be at the Anaheim one.
You know what you should do when you go to the Anaheim one? You should dress up as a Stormtrooper, and then no one knows who you are. And then all of a sudden you take your hat off.
Take the hat off. Well, it's funny. I actually mentioned that when I was lucky to chat with Alex there. I mentioned it to him about, I can wear my Stormtrooper down there. And he kind of said like, well, Decon's not really the huge cosplayers paradise. So he's like, you know, you'd have to VV up the armor, like paint it. And I was like, maybe I should do a VV Stormtrooper armor. But I said, you got to bring Stormtroopers to the app.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Exactly.
I want 100,000 of them too. I don't want it rare. I want like 100,000. I want to have like 50 in my vault, and I don't care how much they're worth.
That's gonna be a cool one. I had a question for you. I know you're a huge Star Wars fan, right? That's probably like your biggest fandom. What's the one Star Wars collectible that you're looking forward to that hasn't come on the Veve app just yet?
Oh yeah, it's got to be this one. It's got to be this one.
Okay. The vehicles are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, and also Grogu.
Okay, yeah, that's a big. I thought you were gonna say that one first, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Grogu. I'm gonna get in trouble tonight. Now I know I was gonna mention you. I know. He's not happy.
That's gonna be a big one on Veve, man. When that drops,
forgive me, Grogu.
When that drops on Veve, that's gonna be a big deal.
I know, right? Or the Mandalorian, or anything really. Maybe Luke. I mean, there's all sorts. I mean, yeah, I know. It's just super fun. And with those, I don't even care like what they do in the market during these times. I would just grab them because I got my Boba Fett stack. I have like 20 Boba Fetts, and you know, not like ultra rares, you know, but I have like, you know, little stack. Yeah, I know it's FA, and I'm keeping those right for long term, or even I just want to play with them in the vault too. But if I get Stormtroopers, man, maybe that would be my all-time favorite. Sorry, Grogu. Maybe
I love the way Stormtroopers look.
I know, right? I know. Look at Orange Bag Lady. She asked, she says, yes, Dunny. We were reminiscing in Spaces in the chats last year about how the metaverse is going to unfold. And it's insane to see it unfold before our bloody eyes. We've come so far, but it's so far to go, man. Yeah. What's your thoughts, dude? Because I've been talking a lot about spatial and about like NFTs outside the platform. And my whole feeling is like bringing stuff like Veve and stuff into the metaverse with me. Now I'm starting to, like, you're talking about OMI and going after that. And, you know, our collections are getting nicely rounded out. And now I'm thinking, like, instead of just having collectibles in Veve and just buying and selling and making profits that way, I'm thinking about what am I taking with me into this new world that's developing over time? I mean, it's a long ways away, but spatial, I mean, I'm going to do a whole video about it, everybody, in case you don't know what we're talking about, because I've just started to get into this, and I've got my own little account, and I got my Tommy Hilfiger outfit that I redeemed. So
wow, let's go.
Yeah, that was cool. So, but I'm going to be bringing my stuff in there, and you can't bring Veve stuff in there like yet. You can't link it, but you can bring any OpenSea art and anything and post in the walls, and we can have parties. We can, dude, you and me. You probably already know this. I mean, but you and me can like hang out in like a spatial environment, like walk around, talk with a whole bunch of other people. And we could do this live stream right there, but we could all be hanging out and all talking with all our NFTs, like display. It's it's wild. So, you know, she's talking about that. What do you think, man? Are you like packing your getting moving stuff ready for the metaverse, you know?
Yeah, so shout out to OBL once again. It's just
Yeah.
it is so amazing to see how things are kind of unraveling before our eyes, because we used to have live chats, 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, maybe 5 in the morning. I know OBL's up crazy late. We used to be talking like visioning things that are all happening right now with the spatial, with all these other metaverses that are coming out. And one thing that I'll never forget, I think Wendy was on this stream too, or maybe it was a different stream, but I'm pretty sure we were all streaming together and Wendy was on it. And it made me think of this part with, because I know Wendy speaks in, different languages too. And someone like me, I couldn't understand, her speaking in a different language or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. With the AR glasses, Wendy, you could be talking right now. I don't understand it, but I could see in English the captions coming up in real time.
Yeah.
And that way I could learn your language. And I thought, oh my God, it's not just different languages. This is for people who are hard at hearing, deaf, can't hear at all.
Totally.
I thought maybe that would be like the first wave of AR glasses, not really being entertainment, but like real life use cases, then entertainment.
Accessibility. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because schools, I see them using a lot of VR stuff for like virtual field trips. Instead of taking a whole class to an aquarium, all right, class, take out your glasses from the desk. We're going to go visit this aquarium. We're going to go look at this. And that spatial app is amazing because, like you said, you get to take in a bunch of different of your collectibles from OpenSea, eventually Veve. And I like also how the whole Veve fam is kind of rigging it to where you are putting your Veve NFTs in there.
Yeah, you just download basically you just download the photo, like, from take a screenshot, maybe, how you can see it on the web app with your edition number there. And then you just upload it as a JPEG, and it goes into one of the frames on the wall. Or you can link your NFT directly by connecting your wallet, and then it'll display that like an OpenSea thing. So I'm gonna have a drop head party in there, man. I'm gonna invite.
That is awesome.
Get your avatar going. I want to see, like, I managed
congrats on that.
Sort of looks like mine.
Congrats on your entire project too. That's awesome, man. I mean, I know it's doing well, and I think it's just an awesome concept too. Like, you did a really good job at creating that. So
thanks, man. It's just a ton of fun. I'm just trying to have some fun and goof off a bit and see where it goes. I really just wanted to learn how to do it. That was the whole point. I just wanted to learn, how do you make an NFT? Like, how do you literally make one? And I'll do I've been saying this for a bit, but I'll do a whole vid about how I did it and post it out for just anybody who wants to create their own, because it's a neat experience, but it's complicated at first, but once you get your head wrapped around it, just like anything in crypto, it starts to become a little easier, right? So, man,
it's true.
Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Some people in the chat right now talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was just gonna say, I see some people in the chat talking about how they are coming out with AR glasses with the different languages, and that's the part that's so crazy. Because I texted Wendy, I was like, Wendy, do you see what all these companies are doing right now? They had to have been listening to our live streams. They stole our idea. Where's our royalties? It's crazy.
Yeah, she was right here. You and Wendy Cax and the Gale staying up.
Gale was on there too. Yep.
Yeah, it's wild. So funny, man. And that's not very long ago, right? That's
not at all. It was like last summer.
Exactly, right? Just think about what's going to happen next summer, right? Yeah, Big J 78 says the Google headphones to translate 150 languages in real time. So that's just with headphones. So it's just, it's crazy, right? So, oh man, it's so awesome, dude. It's so awesome to have you on the stream.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to let you go, only because I got to do my rewards now before I end the stream at around noon.
That's perfect timing. That's perfect timing.
But man, like, I've been watching, like I said, Johnny, I got a big respect to you, right? Because, and I want to say this to you, like, because we haven't had a chance. I mean, I've been on other streams with you in the past, right? On other people's channels, but
this is the first time I think, us two are talking.
Yeah, we've actually had a chance to talk ourselves, right? So it's so cool though, because, like, I always say this about people like yourself that were here, like very early on, right? And I always wonder, it's always this question. Actually, let me ask you this too, okay? Let me ask you this because, so like, I always put this out. So I came here in the app in Veve like early October. So I'm closing in on my 1 year. So I'm getting there. But if I rewind back to, like, March, back to February, all these kind of times, right? Yeah. So, and it's easy for any of us who joined, in January or whatever after that to say, if I was back there in March, I would have stacked, this collectible. I would have bought 100 of them. I would, yeah, for sure. It's easy to say that because we know everything now. We know how high they went. We know and all that. But the people like yourself that were here that actually did do that, or like were in through all the uncertain times that people today don't even like. A lot of people that I wasn't here, but I know because I've listened to you guys a lot.
Right.
People don't know all the uncertainties of the things that were going on then, and how like you had to be like on your game to even like put your money in to like, you know what I mean? It's easy for me to say I would have done it. So I always like to give props to the OGs like yourself who were here then, who actually did put money in, who did do that, because the whole thing could have went nowhere.
Right. It definitely could have. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Right. With all, so I wanted to ask you, so really quick, I mean, not really quick, because it'll take as long as you want, but when you were back then, looking back now, I mean, like, were you a bit freaked out? Or like, because like if you're putting in money and we didn't have any of the news, all the promising stuff, you had to go on a bit of faith, I think, right? So what was your feeling, man?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say I appreciate that so much, because it's one of those things where you're right. A lot of people who join now or January, February, or like I said, now, they'll go say, oh, I would have went all in if I found it that early. And it's like, there's a lot of people that found it early that didn't go all in, might have bought one or didn't buy anything until months and months later. So one, I want to say I was lucky. I was lucky first to found it. And two, I was at a crossroads. I almost stopped at 4 collectibles. Like, just, that was it. And the reason is because as I kept trying to buy with my mom's credit card, it got flagged as like fraud from Apple. And I was like, what? So I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, what is going on with this? Can you call the credit card? Like, this is going to be a huge deal right now. She's like, what are you buying? I was like, and so I explained it all to her right then. And she's like, she had the trust in me if I had the belief in it, saying, okay, let's do it. And so she called back to credit card company or Apple or whatever and was like, no, it's not fraud. This is my son. So hung up the phone saying you're good to go. So I started buying more. It happened again and I couldn't buy any. I was like, we just got done off the phone. So at that moment, I was about to just say, forget it, whatever. I'll just be, if it blows up, I'll have these 4 collectibles and that's it.
Sure.
And I just sat there for a couple minutes. I was like, no, that's going to be the excuse I use. There's no excuses right now. I went back to my mom. I was talking to her. I said, you got to call the credit card company again. It still's not working. She called. We talked for a few minutes and then boom, it started to work. And I was like, okay, now this is the investment opportunity of a lifetime. And I want to say lucky because I could not have found it. I found it and I did the research every day. I'll back up. For March 1st to the end of March, I didn't leave my house. And at that point, I was golfing 3 times a day. Literally morning, afternoon, and night, working on my game. And I didn't pick up a golf club for that entire month. It was an all-in moment saying I can I can pick up golf in another month. Like, because I was trying to watch every video, Alcon who. Like, I was trying to so I was like pacing back and forth my house nonstop. Like, it felt like going into a city, finding a gold mine in like a wheelbarrow, and everybody's walking by it saying it's not real gold. It's not real gold. And I'm like, this is real. And so, like, I would say the regret, I don't really have any regrets. I'm blessed for everything, but I didn't buy, I think I only bought maybe 7 Todds. Sure. And so maybe 8 Todds max, 7 or 8. And I remember it was because I was trying to figure out how to buy OMI. One of my buddies stayed up online. I met through Veve, stayed on the phone with me for an hour or 5 hours from like 12 p.m. to like 5 in the morning, just like talking with me. It probably took about 3 hours explaining like what spot account on Bitforex. But by the time I hung up the phone, that was when Todd first sold out. Yeah. And that was the moment when I was about to go all in, max out the credit card on Todd's. And so it sold out. And I was like, it finally happened. We were refreshing it and seeing like, okay, there's 2,000 Todds left. All right, 1,900 Todds left. Yeah. 1,800. And I was like, so in that time, I was still buying a couple, but I was buying other stuff too. Sure. I didn't hyper focus on the Todd. Yeah. Rizzo's were $400 in the marketplace. At the time, I was like, I'm not spending $400 on one NFT just yet. So I didn't have the funds to buy it yet. March 3rd or 4th is when the market completely closed for the entire month. So if you didn't find it the first, I would say, week of March, you came to the Veve app and the market was down. There was no market.
There's
So
no
like
market
that,
at all.
yes.
Yeah.
So people had to find deals on Telegram. Scams were happening.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of the FUD, the negativity. People are like, dude, what are you doing? Spending hundreds of dollars of these NFTs, you can't even cash out. And I was like, I know, but you will be able to. And so at the outside looking in, you will be able to. What app is this, right? But they didn't know the research that you know now. Like I have research saying, like, no, these are partnered with the biggest brands in the world. And at the time, I saw a little Spider-Man logo. So I was telling people, we have Marvel. I saw a Spider-Man on a Medium article, which got deleted once they kind of started to blow up a little bit. But so for the longest time, I was telling people that they got Marvel. They have every big brand you can name. And they're like, well, if they have it, why wouldn't they say it? I was like, oh, like, I know. So I just had a crazy amount of faith from all the research I was doing. My parents trusted me. I wouldn't have been able to do this without my parents. My grandmom was first my parents, and then my grandmom got involved to help us out financially even more. So
yeah, totally.
Man, it was a wild time back then, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man, because like, you know, I try to put myself, everybody puts themselves back then who wasn't there.
Right.
And they go, oh, lucky guys. You guys are so lucky. Oh, look at your, you stacked up MC1. You got 100 of them. I mean, like, obviously, like, or you got 50 Tods or even 8 Tods or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, but all that uncertainty, if you stepped back, if I stepped back there, because I had initial, you know, even when the golden moments were coming out, the originals, you know, I was only a month or so in, a month and a bit in. And, you know, $400
it's a lot of money.
Was for, I was like, should I be buying this like Elsa right now? Cause I bought her at like $350 or something, okay. You know, the first week, like the day after she came out. And I got the Mickey's hat on the drop, which I was super stoked. That's I knew how big these were. Like I already knew how big they were going to be. But, you know, to spend 300 or 400 gems, even at that moment, and so rewind 6 months from them with no golden moments, no comic books yet, market closed, you know, everyone on your back telling you these are shit or whatever.
And then
and then you still going, you know what? No, like people like OGs deserve all the credit because without you guys keeping it going and actually buying all that stuff, this wouldn't have gone nowhere. So I really always try to put myself back in those shoes. So would I have done it? Would I have actually done what you did?
One more quick thing. Another reason that it was hard to buy stuff back then is because the prices were so low, not sold out even. So if you think of that like today, Marvel Comics 1 came out, it's $2. Yeah. People are like, I don't want that. It's worth nothing. But the smart money is buying up. And then when that same comic hits $600, people are like, oh, I want that one. It's like, so we've seen that time after time again. Even when the golden moment
psychology.
It's psychology like crazy. Like Bart and Homer, first ever Disney NFT, comes out in the marketplace. Everyone's excited. What's the price is going to be? It was $60. It was exactly what retail was. People are like, what? Okay, I guess it's not worth anything. And so that's the psychology part to where it's probably going to happen again in the future. To where if something's valuable, or I should say the price right away initially does not determine its value. You know, like Todd wasn't sold out. It started in October 24th or October 16th. Crazy. I don't remember this date. I had all these dates to remember.
Man. Yeah.
But Todd was in store from October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. And Todd stayed in stock, in store with thousands of editions. So it's like, but once March 1st hit, it was a different story. It was like selling out.
So really that's because the market closed, and then the only way you could acquire them, aside from like you said, Telegram, and because right before the market could you do transfers to each other?
Transfers,
so that way you could sell, like you could sell it, like that's what you mean by people making.
I think transfers were there, right?
Yeah, so you could like go on to and then buy one from someone they could and hopefully you
right.
Yeah,
a lot of scams were happening. A lot of people got scammed. That's why they made the 2FA. Wow, I forgot there was no 2FA at one point. So people are complaining like these are digital assets, you know, worth a lot of money. We have to have some kind of extra security, and so Veve team listened and they implemented that, because you got to think they expected 20,000 people, 30,000 people in the first year or two. And we got I remember this, I'll never forget, from March. All right, so January, they had 5,000 users. End of February, March 1st was their first 10,000 users. I think it was like March 2nd or March 3rd. They put out a tweet saying, like, we got to 10,000 users. Yeah. And then at the end of March, they had 180,000 users.
Wow.
So things exploded in that month. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy.
That's crazy,
so
right?
They had to re-engineer a lot of the app. That's when a lot of the first delays kept happening, just to make the app be able to hold everything. So
you fast forward to today, right? Let's get in the DeLorean.
Yeah, let's just travel.
Come up to today. You must be sitting here going like, guys, this is the easiest decision ever to be in this app.
Sometimes I feel that way.
You know what I mean by that? Unless you had lived through that and experienced that, some people maybe just don't understand how good this app is now.
Absolutely. A lot of people quit back then. A lot of people were like, this app's not for me. And Veve team, Comey team was transparent. They said, you know what? You know, if you guys, or not to me, but like to whoever was complaining or whatever, like if you feel it's not for you, take a break, close the app and come back, and we should have a lot of things improved. So they knew from the beginning, like, it's like opening up a coffee shop. You expect, you know, a few people, neighbors to come by, maybe a couple hundred people. And then all of a sudden you open and towns next door are lining up next to you and saying, where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? It's like, what's happening? Great problem.
I love that comparison. People behind the counter just
scrambling. They're probably calling up people. Yo, can you work for us today? Like, so
oh my God. Yeah.
So coffee
Look at Bill right here. Look at Bill right here. The FUD VVOGs, VVOGs had faced is laughable in comparison to what's going on. We faced a lot of humility by not only strangers, but people around us. Don't let them veer you off course.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people try to, you know, and that's why I always say it's so important to listen to a whole bunch of people and then come up with your own conclusion. You know, don't just take someone's word for word. Don't just take my word for it, you know, or your word. Yeah, right. Listen to as many people as you possibly can. Absorb that information, see what the good is, see what the bad is, see what people in between are saying, and then come up with your own conclusion. Because there will be people that try to steer you away, and because maybe they had a bad experience or frustration with something, they want, you know, they always say misery loves company, right? If someone's frustrated, they want you to feel
true.
And it's like, I've just had belief in the team, the IP that we have. You know, things aren't perfect even to this day, but that's not the biggest part. The biggest part is that they're working on everything constantly. You know, that's another reason why they haven't had a huge, heavy marketing push. I've been trying to get everybody to understand that. Shaw from Comics and Crypto hit the nail on the head when he said, why bring people into your house if you're having a party and the walls aren't even finished? You know, maybe your best friends, the people that support you no matter what, will come and use the app or come to your party. But you're not putting out invitations until you get the walls done and some furniture in there, you know? So,
yeah, that's really funny. That's really good. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's all common though. That's what I mean. There's something, man, I'm telling you, there's something going on
in the air,
in the background right now. I mean, people are like, you know, the feeling's sort of there, you know? So it's really interesting to see how it's going to play out, man. Well, dude, that's just incredible, man. You're just dropping so much knowledge. I'm really glad I got a chance to talk with you about that, because I said it. I kind of came to that sort of thought on my own just by listening to you guys and OGs and like saying, you know, and hearing everybody go, oh yeah, you know, if I was back then, I would have done the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, but would you? Exactly. Would you? I mean, it like would, and I asked myself, would I have? Because I'm doing that now.
Right.
But I'm doing that now with all the knowledge I have from all the progress that's been made.
Never know, though. You might have stumbled upon an amazing video or something. Like I found the Alfred Kahn 2018 videos on the OMI webpage, and hearing that man speak about this entire topic subject, I was like, oh my God,
dude, we're in.
And I thought it just came out. So like, I was so confused. I was like, wait, this is old. This is 2018. Wait, the app just came out?
Yeah, right.
They were working hard behind. I was like, oh my gosh, this is this is like a gold mine opportunity. It feels like right now. So
No
it was
doubt.
wild. It was wild, man.
Oh man, I could. Yeah, man.
I'm glad I was on the
I just
channel.
love
Man.
it. I love it. I love hearing this stuff. I just do. It just for me, man. It's like I just love it. I mean, it hasn't been that long.
It hasn't at all.
Like for me, like this app has changed everything about my life in less than a year.
Crazy,
and it's not
right?
just the YouTube stuff. It's just how I see things and
Right,
what
just
I'm
your
focused
overall.
on,
Yeah,
and it's not like any about that. I mean, the YouTube stuff is just me wanting to talk about Veve, and it's, you know, and people are here, so we'll keep talking as long as you guys keep showing up. But I mean, it's so much like in 1 year from now, there's a good question for you. I did a video back in like April or so where I was like thinking a year ahead, right? And I made some predictions that we don't have to talk about. They're just kind of, but you know, like there's some golden moment utility stuff in there that I thought, oh, in a year from now, like not, it wouldn't be launched, but by that time, you know, in my mind, you know, and then there's other things I said in there. But like, if you just try to put yourself a year ahead, it's almost impossible to even predict where this space and this is going to go. It's almost like, I don't even think that we even know, like, we don't even know the way it's going to look, even if we predicted it, because we haven't never seen anything like it before.
brand new.
You know what I mean?
In
you
the
can't
history
predict
of the
something you've never
entire world.
seen. Yeah, like
Crazy.
Nostradamus, you know, way back in like whatever, he wrote a few things down and got a few things right, you know, but and Star Trek got the flip phones right, and even the iPad back in the generation time, you know, the iPad, the little tablet they walk around with.
Yeah.
But it's like there's something there. The way that this is going to look in a year from now is like we don't even know what that is because we have never seen it in history.
Right.
So you can't say, well, this is what's going to happen. So,
man, but guess what? We're along for the ride, and that's all that matters, man. We're along for the ride, the journey.
No doubt. Well, thanks for coming, man. It's so awesome you jumped in. We'll definitely chat again if that's cool. I'll send you links, dude, because I'd love to. And if you ever have a live stream, you know, shoot me over something because I'd love to hang out. And we'll, you know, maybe we'll be having this thing in a spatial party one day or some sort of metaverse environment. We'll be hanging out, but you know, like or maybe I'll get a chance to meet you at a Comic-Con too, like in person. I mean, dude, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, MC, I appreciate you big time for having me on. And once I start bringing people on the YouTube channel, you'll definitely be on the channel, my man.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You gotta.
I'm gonna start bringing
schedule in place again. I know you got the golf. I mean, dude, we got to go out and play a round or two.
You golf too? Absolutely.
A little bit, dude. I'm not on your level, but a little bit.
Hey, just being out there on the course on great days, man, there's a feeling about it that is just unbelievable.
It's
and
nothing better.
I've always said that I feel like we're eventually going to have like a Veve golf outing one day because there's a lot of people in the Veve fam that actually do golf. And
little Turney, put a Todd on the line. Hey, little Todd on the line.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that makes me want to make that happen so bad. We'll definitely get that happening one day for sure.
All right, take care, man. I'll see you later.
Absolutely. Appreciate you big time, MC.
Cheers. Oh, man, that was so great. Wow, so cool having Johnny on here. Legend of mine. You know, that was a great moment for me personally, guys. So first time we chatted like, you know, one-to-one together. So, you know, it seems crazy, right? Because, you know, we've been I've been here for a bit and he's been here since the start. So thanks everybody for doing that. And make sure everybody, you know, you're heading over and watching Johnny's stuff. I mean, there's so much knowledge there. Of course, I mean, everybody knows Johnny Dunn, right? So I wanted to say that. But if you're not subbed, make sure you do for sure. Let's get to the chat really quick here too. Let's get back. And sorry if I missed any of your stuff, but we were just chatting. I tried to bring a few comments up on screen, you know, but if you did have a question earlier that I didn't get to, you can throw it up again if you want. And we'll get to it real quick. And then I'm going to do my OMI rewards pretty soon here. And, you know, we'll close it off for the day after that, right? So let's get into it just really quick. Sniper Paint, I was reading some of your stuff right here as well, right? So, Victor, I just got here. I'm watching the video from the beginning. Great shining head. Yeah, I know. Great shining head. I have my hat right here. I put the hat back on, the Laker hat, right? It was causing a glare, you know, with the stuff like that. So yeah, Sniper Paint, you never did off app. You just held, you were too scared to sell as prices kept riding. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Walt was taken from me on a rebound with an error. Oh man, I know the feeling. I've heard a few of those. Execu speak. Nightwing was thought to be the big deal back then too. Yeah, Nightwing is around 400 or so right now in the market. So I know he's had some big highs right there. Definitely a great one to get if you wanted to. Dre Day, Vader uncommon and Boba uncommon are the second chance for those misstacking Todds and Spidey. Yeah, man, I have the Boba stack. I don't have the Vader stack, but I have the Boba stack. I have the ultra rare Vader, but you know, like, yeah, man, you got to love it, right? Yeah, there's no Yeah, there were transfers back then. Okay, for sure, but no trust. There you go. You got the Vader and Boba UC. You got Boba on the drop. Nicely done. Yeah, this comment right here from Bill, man, that's so true, dude. I try to put myself in those shoes. And I like to think that I would have, you know, I think I probably would have, just because I'm such a Marvel fan. You know, I would have seen Spider-Man and Batman there. I just didn't even know about it. It was, I didn't find out about the app until October of last year. I didn't even, or late September. I didn't even hear about it. Right. So, you know, it's just, sometimes it's when you get shown your opportunity, right? Yeah, he is the GOAT, you guys. There we go. Johnny Dunn was the GOAT. This app is the biggest and only risk I really ever took. Usually take the safe route, but this feels safe. Yeah, there you go. That it was risky back then. I mean, the future was so uncertain. I don't feel as this was risky now. You know, it just depends on what you buy and, you know, like what you go after in the market, right? So your friends were laughing at you for spending 400 on Elsa. I know, right? I know. Horst, can we get a Hoya? There you go. We got it for you. Hoya. Sniper paint. They say I'm an idiot for spending 20 on a comic and not cashing it out at 900 to 450. Yeah. I mean, it is true, right? You can play the game and you can, like, you know, you can cash those comics out back in the day. The only thing is if you sold stuff at all-time highs, which I sold stuff in January and February at like big highs and profits, you know, I ended up putting those back into the app and buying other things that then they also went down. So, you know, if you would have sold back then and held all the way till now, or, you know, sometime into the summer, you know, then you would have really benefited. Or if you're still holding those gems, that's incredible restraint. And I would assume that 99% of people did not do that. They put money, they sold, you know, like maybe they sold a Spider-Man secret rare for 20,000 or something, or 30,000. And then they obviously probably went back in because there was no cash out. So unless you were doing the off-app gem sales, which a lot of people were doing too, right? That's another thing people were doing. So, you know, Octone, Octanon. Sorry, I'm brutalizing your name, buddy. Anyone remember the big Veve app update from last year? Before the update, you can't even see the users in the marketplace. I think the next update will be similar. Major update coming soon. Yeah, man, like these are historic moments, you know, and we're having another one coming quick for sure, right? You worked during the AF15 drop. Oh, you worked. Did you get one though? I didn't get one. Sniper was sick throwing up for AF15, but you got it. Oh, you did. Oh my God. Stories to tell, no doubt. You're also sick on ASM 300, dude. Dude, be careful. Be careful. Bill, I just bought AF15 secret rare, and this was the only made possible of the risk I was willing to take. You guys will be there. Just wait and be patient. You just bought AF15 secret rare. Bill, congratulations. That's like a dream. Oh, you just picked one up. Did you get the one that was at 11,000? Because there was two at 11,000. Let's just go into the market really quick. Let's just go to Veve really quick right here into the market. Did you pick up the one that was 11,000, or is it still there? Or did you pick up a better mint? Let's go. Oh, you might have. It's gone. It's gone. Did you just get that one? There was two last night, right? I know a lot of people were selling stuff, at least to get the first one. You could see we were in the spaces and they were talking about, oh, this is what AF15 does to the market. Congrats, buddy. 10.7. Oh, dude. Congratulations. Let's freaking go. No, that's like my dream item right there, right? Marvelous Pax, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks for popping in. In case you missed it, we got Johnny on the chat here. We were talking for a long time. He's dropping so much good stuff. I just sent him a link earlier today. It wasn't a planned interview or anything. It was just like, hey, if you want to come by, that's cool, right? We got Clay in the house again. Tried sending OMI for the first time and messed up. Anyone know if I can get it back? I sent layer 1 to my OMI address. I'm not too sure if you can, man. I did a video about how to buy OMI. If you guys want to look, if there's any questions on how to get it, I'm in Canada, so I did it from my perspective. But you can watch my vid. Just go into my video library, and it's not very long. It's like I walk through the steps of how to buy OMI, at least how I buy OMI or how I bought OMI. There are a few different ways you can do it, but it's pretty simple the way I did it. So man, that sucks, dude. Hopefully you can get that back. Farid, how you doing? Loving the stream, MC. I'm stuck between getting Todd Ultra Rare Vader or Ultra Rare AF-15. Help me, please. On those ones right there, dude. Honestly, I'm leaning towards the Todd. I know AF-15. It's between me. It would be between Ultra Rare AF-15 or Todd. And I think Todd is just, you see that it's still holding strong even right now. It's showing its power that people are holding it, right? So that would be my personal choice if I had to three and if I didn't own any one of those three, I'd probably get the Todd, but you just do whatever. You can't really go wrong with either of those three, but I would probably choose between the AF-15 and the Todd at this moment. And I would have Vader as my third pick, even though that 2 months ago, maybe Vader would have been the number one pick, right? It's interesting how sentiment in the market changes, right? Because Vader is a monster. At least he should be higher, but we'll see, right? So let us know what you decide to do. Beats 96, how you doing? Johnny Dunn's a legend. Yeah, he is, man. It's so cool he came on. Just, took some time out of his day. Getsy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you too. Thanks for dropping in, right? Bill, all season 1 black and white are gold. Yeah, man. I was looking at the Becky Cloonan there and thinking that this could be a good time to get her. And, because I have the Todd. The only one I wouldn't be able to get to at this moment is the Rizzo. But to secure that first 4 would be pretty epic, pretty epic, right? So, Horst, what's the cheapest way to get money in the app? I think it's just you buy on the web app, right? You just buy on the web app, like up here, you just go to your profile and then add gems. I think you don't get any of the Apple Store or whatever's, in there. So that's how I do it. G Metals, what's up, Veve fam? How many are you minting tomorrow, Mycollectables? Did you get a promo code? So I didn't get a promo code, okay? And so I'm going to go after the drop tomorrow at 60 gems. I'm going to go for it, I think, right? I think. My whole sentiment is that I do want to go for it because there's just such a mystery behind how many are going to redeem or not redeem. And if people don't redeem, it gets burnt and the supply goes down. So it's going to be really interesting. And my only shot of getting it, as an original owner, and this is a tag, it's not a tag, but this is a thing that's going to be seemingly more important than we realize over time. Potentially minting something and holding it is going to, could potentially show a lot of benefits in the future because this is what the community wants. The community wants the people who have to hold them, the collectors. It's been an outcry from a lot of people that, they want collectors who hold stuff to get rewarded. And the best way to do that is to mint it, hold it, and then see what happens. So I don't know if anything's going to happen with Mickey or anything, but, it's interesting, right? It's interesting. So I think I'm going to go for the drop. I have the gems for it. And I think it's one of those historic sort of drops. So I'll probably go for it. If I get an uncommon, I get the animation. If I have to settle for an ultra rare or secret rare, great. If I don't get it, then I have choices, right? So we'll see. Let them laugh all they want. History repeats itself. Just be patient. Yeah, no doubt, Bill. I hear you, man. Raymond, how you doing? What do you think would happen if Veve was offered a reasonable buyout? Think they would sell or deny and continue to build? That's a really good question. I thought about that a few times. Like what would happen if Disney said, you know what, let's buy you out and take over? It really, I guess, depends on who, right? But here's the thing though, is that David is such a collector and, this is his baby, right? Him and Dan, and of course, Alex and everyone who worked for them. But this is he's built this, right? And so I'm not sure if he's the kind of person that would just sell it to the first. I'm sure they've had offers. I mean, if you imagine, like they may have had offers from people. I don't know. But when you're building something and it's your passion and it's a collectible and you're a collector like he is, then he may not want to sell. He might want to partner, maybe like partnering up or so. I don't know, right? But if they did, now you get into the question, let's just say they did, it would really depend on who they sold to. You know, if they sold to Disney and they got swallowed up by Disney, I think that would be incredible, because then Disney would put all its power into this app and it would just absolutely slaughter even more. So, you know, but maybe things would happen way faster. I don't know, right? But then it would be controlled too. So it's a real tough question, but a great question to bring up in Spaces or anywhere else to have a conversation about. Good point, Raymond, there. How's it going, Spider Zero? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing really great. Sniper Paint, I see FA Falcon had a new record sale. Yeah, man. Crazy, right? Like, so these characters, the Marvel universe keeps expanding. It's going nuts, right? You have to get your ultra rare back. Stomach ulcers. Oh, God. Take care of yourself, Sniper Paint. Oh, Chris Brock, Captain America, 117 FA Falcon, new record sale. Yeah. Only $7 in the app. It's same thing happened with the Hawkeye comic. It went for $100,000. We saw a little pump on that. And remember, we got that Falcon movie coming, right? With Sam, right? So he's the new Captain America for as long as they want him to be. So, you know, this is what happens, right? And there are comics and stuff in the app that are worth like just huge money in the real world that in the Veve universe aren't really worth very much right now. And it's just interesting, right? It's just interesting, like how that happens, you know? So we'll see how the space develops. These are different from the new world, from the real world items, like the comics and stuff. They're not the same thing. So the price won't be the same no matter what. But you know, some of these things, man, they're big time, right? Dre Day, Vader for sure. Oh yeah, you like the Vader on that choice. You like the Vader on that choice. Look how it is doing the bear market. Yeah, it's doing great. You know, for sure. You can't go wrong with any of those three. Let's be honest. I mean, any one of those three, if you have one, you're doing great. Anyone else waiting for the upcoming Star Wars drop? I am. I'm totally waiting for it. I want this guy right here. I want the Falcon. That's my Falcon sound. That's my sound. You guys can clip that and use it if you want. You know, you can take that sound. That's a free sound bite for you. Turn it into an NFT. Bill, thanks, MC. Yes, it was 11K and I negotiated down to 7. Nice. You got that one. Wow. We were looking at that one last night, you know, on CB's sniping, you know, spaces, right? He has it every night. CB almost has like a sniping kind of thing. And some other things they talk about too, but it was like where people would get to sell stuff. I'm not sure if you might have been in that, I was in there just listening. I popped up and talked for a little bit and then came back down. But that's good, man. I'm so happy for you, dude. That is a legendary piece right there. Legend. So the Sam Wilson sold for $78,000. Oh, man. Oh, man, you guys. That's nuts. Stu, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bill, you're in from Canada as also. You're from Montreal. Nice. Bonjour. Bonjour to you. Thanks for coming in. Vault Vision, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. There you go. Good to see you. You go for the Todd 100%, but take both. Yeah, I hear you. You can't go wrong with either of those. This is what I said too. Horst, I'll give you 11K. That's a 300 gem profit right now. Make it happen. Make it happen. Flip it. Flip it for 300. Go out to lunch. Take yourself for a really nice lunch, Bill. You know, flip it, make your profit. You're done. Perfect day. $300 a day. That's not a bad little living right there. If you can flip $300 a day in this app. Making those deals, guys. The NFT freshman. Hope all is well, MC. Yeah, everything's great. Thanks for coming in. Man, I'm so happy today. We got to talk to Johnny Dunn. I've just been lurking in his live streams for like the entire year. Just watching him get all those drops like a magician. I don't know how he's doing it. Remember, he's like getting all these like drops and everybody, I was getting nothing and he was like snagging it every time. The technique was flawless. You know, I tried to emulate. I tried to copy. I tried to mimic. I tried to mirror. Didn't work. You got to have that, you know, that putter's touch, right? Because he's a golfer. You got to have that slight touch, you know? So, you know, I'm working on it. JL picked up an AF15 common yesterday, had the uncommon and rare already. How high do you think the common might go in a bull market? That's a great question, JL. So I picked up the rare actually just yesterday. I managed to acquire the rare AF15. So I have 2 commons, 7 uncommons, and 1 rare. And that's sort of where my focus has been. And so, you know, the commons are sitting at like just under 500. So in a bull run, I mean, geez, you know, the best play actually, in my opinion, right now on the AF-15 is the rare. And the reason is because if the rare is sitting at the same price as the common, look, $495. Okay. And the common is sitting at around 467 to 470, right? So, I mean, the rare is like undervalued compared to the other, like in terms of how many are available. But I was stacking, like I'm stacking uncommons just because it's an easier price level to get to. And I think this one also will double like easily. So, you know, these are the three that I'm playing on because those are the three that I can get to. You have to work within your means, right? So I could sell them all and go get an ultra rare, which I think is, if you got an ultra rare on this, man, you are just like, that's high level. And of course, if you're like Bill, this is stratosphere level. Okay. This is like moon level. But yeah, these are the three that I'm playing. I'm playing in this playground right here. So, you know, this guy is a common, you know, like I have no idea how far it'll go in a bull run. I really have no clue. If it goes up like 400 or 500, people are going to sell for some profits. So there's always going to be that opportunity depending on how high it goes. Right. But yeah, man. I mean, at least 1,000 for sure, I would assume. It's AF-15. Bill, I'm trying to match physical with digital mint numbers. I have a Todd one. You have the Todd Dunn, but you need the other three. The hunt is exciting. Yeah, that's so fun, right? You get to go out. This is the thing, you guys and girls and everybody. Veve is like creating collectors of physical items. Okay, so let me just put this right here. So thanks for saying that, Bill. So, you know, I know I'm speaking to the choir here because I'm preaching to the choir because we're all in Veve, right? But, you know, Veve's not in competition with the real world comics or the statues and stuff like that. It's creating collectors that are going into those places and buying the physicals. All right. So we were talking about, oh, we need comic book collectors to come into this app to make it really explode. Actually, this app is creating comic book collectors that are going back to the store. So if you're a comic book store owner or a comic book collector in the real world, Veve is fantastic for you. It's fantastic for your business. I owned a toy store, collectible store, like a literal store for 5 years, okay, up until 2021. A vintage toy store that dealt in comic books and all that was my business. I also have my graphic design business inside there as well. Both businesses in one little space. And it's a full-on store. I'll share the photos on Twitter. Actually, I haven't done that in a while, but so like if I knew about Veve, I would have been incorporating both. I would have had the comic in Veve on like right there, and I would have had the one on the wall, and I would have said, look, you can get this one, especially when transfers were around. I might have done some sales too, you know, in my shop, like with, you know, and I would just transfer them the NFT and then like they, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So they're creating collectors, you guys. And anyone who's in the physical collectible space, because that's where I came from. If anyone thinks that, you know, this is like they're in competition, I don't think so. They're hand in hand, if you ask me. It's creating comic book collectors. So, you know, comic book store owners, if you are watching this video at any point, you know, open your doors to Veve, people. Get them in because you're going to sell more comics and start stocking the ones that are showing up in the app. You know what I mean? I've been seeing it too, right? So Demo picked up Amazing Spider-Man 300, 193, 189, and 205. Dude, you're just clearing the low mints out. That is great. Let's check out Amazing Spider-Man 300 right there. That's when you talked about. Yep. Look at that. Oh, let's check out the additions to low. Here we go right here. Look at this. Wow, man, you must have done well with those. Look at that. That's nicely priced. Look at those right there. Amazing Spider-Man 300. I did not get this one on the drop either. The secret rare, I got to get my hands on this. This is under 700 right here. That's a 250 mint secret rare, guys. One of the most famous comic books in the world. You know, Spider Zero. I'll have to watch the stream over since it looks like I missed a lot when I was filming my top 10 Veve collectibles I'll be posting. Hey, nice. We'll have to go watch that vid for sure. Here to hang out with the Veve fam for a break. Yeah, man. So you'll be posting that vid. Everybody go check it out. I want to see that. That's going to be awesome. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for hanging out too. I appreciate you. If anyone doesn't land it, I will sell and redeem my code for a premium. Yeah, you're going to go for it. There you go. You're talking about the Mickey, right? Hey, MC, do you think anyone is still buying Donnie? Yeah, good question, right? Because Donnie is like, it's just such a unicorn, like literally. It's like just like, wow. I don't know, right? I don't know. They're not really listed. It's one of those like crazy epic ones that is hard to quantify, right? So there's always a buyer. There's always a buyer for something, right? Yeah. Take care, Sniper Paint. We'll see you later for sure. Nick got accepted. Nick, I saw your tweet. You just made your first purchase for 2 months. Tales to Astonish 13 secret rare for 125 bargain and only 500. Nicely done, Nick. I'm so happy for you. You finally got your KYC. We were hoping and praying for you on the channel, my friend. So congrats for getting in. Man, you had to wait. Talk about an exercise in patience. And you're still here. So I commend you for that, because you could have just went like, screw this. But man, you stuck it out. Now you're back in, and congrats, buddy. We appreciate you here, man. We're all rooting for you. Bolshevik, what do you think about these collectibles becoming money-generating assets through renting? What incentives would lead people to actually want to rent these? It's a great question. So I went on a road trip, like about a month ago now, like in mid-August, early August, and I went on this big road trip. This leads to renting, okay, in case you're wondering where I'm going with this. And, I was like driving through the mountains and stuff, and it was really fun. I did some streams from there. And if you go back, you'll see that I actually went to a big dinosaur museum. And, in Alberta, like there's a place called Drumheller, and it's got all these dinosaurs. It's a really famous place with this crazy museum. And so when I went there, I didn't own the T-Rex, like the animated T-Rex. I didn't own it because it's not really something I collect. But for the day, I was going to the dinosaur museum. So, I actually went into the market, and I was going to buy, the animated T-Rex so I could do some fun stuff, filming in there in AR with my family and put the T-Rex in there. And I did some stuff, but what I did is I couldn't buy the ultra rare because it was about 125 gems at that time. So I didn't want to spend that much on that. So I bought the next level down, right? And yeah, I believe it's the rare I got. So anyway, it was animated as well, but it didn't have the roar. So that one was 25. So I paid 25 gems. I bought it in the app. And then I went spent the day in the museum, and I was like doing all sorts of stuff with it, taking pictures of my kids. And I shared a few like without my family in them. And then what I did at the end of the day is I just sold it in the marketplace for pretty much just a little bit less. I think I lost, I think it cost me about 4 or 5, probably about 5 gems total, because that was the selling fee plus I had to list it a little bit under the floor. But here's the scenario. If I was able to rent the ultra rare for the day off someone for, say, the same amount, say 5 gems, then I would have rented it off someone, got access to be able to use it, and then I would have used it for the day, and the timer would have ran out after, say, 24 hours or whatever. This is how I see it working. I made a video about it too, about how I see renting working. And then I would have used it for the day, and then it would have, but the person who owned it would have got that 5 or 6 gems or whatever the rental fee was. And in my mind, there could be a renting tab where they're all listed there, and there's ones you can rent for the day. So if you went to like Disneyland or something and you wanted to do a vault, and say there was some utility on that vault where if you showed it, you could get into something or get a discount, then that would be another way to do it. You'd have the all ones that are available to rent and how much the price was and how long. So it would be kind of like an auction style thing where it would count down once you rented it, kind of like renting a movie in the Apple store. I mean, the tech is all there. And so then you'd be able to use it for the day. And then, so that's how I see renting working, is, using these NFTs in like real world environments like that. That's one way I see it. And so I made a video about it like about a month ago. If you want to go back, I kind of break it down a bit more. But that's how I see it working. I never saw this thing about, oh, you could rent the comics so you can read it. I never really got my head around that, because there's lots of ways to read these comics in the real world. But the use of these like animated ones in certain touristy environments, or in certain, like if they have utility, like that's the way I see it. So hopefully that story wasn't too long. Fred, will Veve tell us how many are burned? Yeah, I hope so. We'll get all the metadata that's coming out at some point, and we'll find out everything then, right? So Clay, you just got another comic from today's drop for a 587 common. Nicely done. Nice low mint Ghost Rider. I got the secret rare. I picked it up for 65 after I sold my ultra rare, right? So I'm happy I got that in the vault. VVAR guy. I used to be not into Star Wars, but since I got Darth Vader, now you're into it. Now you're into Star Wars. There you go. Jared, hey, I don't have a MetaMask. How can I get a drop head? Can it be sent to my Coinbase? Yeah, it can. So any wallet you use with the OpenSea, you can, I just need the wallet address, and then you get it. You just, as you're a member of my channel, you sign up, you hit the join button, and then you DM me on Twitter or Instagram. Give me your wallet address, and I will transfer the random one over. I do a random generator for new members, and so you don't know which one you're going to get. Neither do I. And then whatever one you get, you get access to the Discord server, and then you get to enter into the rewards program. So actually, I do have to do the rewards right now too. So let's handle the rewards, and then I'll get back to the chat and close it off, so you can see how this works actually. So that's actually a decent segue right there. So let's get to the rewards program right here. I want to show you this real quick. This is what we're doing on Thursday. So we got the Eco Club. Okay, so this takes a couple minutes, you guys. It's OMI, like OMI crypto that gets rewarded for drop head holders. So drop heads that have the Eco logo, this logo right here on their chest, qualify. And on my Discord, you enter it. And then here's the master list of everyone that's entered so far. We got 453 drop heads entered. So, we hand out, I do the random generator on every Thursday, and then we get 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, and 5,000 OMI. So this is the way you can do it right here. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through these right now. And what I do is I show it on screen so we can all see that it's all legit. So let me just share this right here. I'll do the 4 prizes, and then I'll show you who won, and then we'll just get back to the chat. So here's the first one. I do it 4 times, right? Because of the 4 rewards. And then and whoever's number, they get this. This is a master list that's permanent, right? So it doesn't change weekly. So 232. Let me just go. You can't see, but I'm going to go find out who won. 232. There you go. Okay, so there's the first one. And I'll show you in a sec. Bing, hold on a second. That's 1,000. Okay, going on to that person. I'll tell you who it is in a sec. Second one is number 55. Okay, there we go. So there's another one right here. That's another 1,000. Okay. So the more drop heads you own, the better chances you have of getting these words. And we do them throughout the week too on my Discord. Number 4. Holy smokes. Okay, there we go. That's the 2,000 OMI one. Okay, now we got the bigger one, the 5,000 OMI, and I just send them this direct to them. Let's see who's it going to be. I'll show you in a sec. 433. Nicely done. Okay, we got one of our first-time winners here. That's great. I love to see a first-time winner. So let me just add these in to show you who won. Okay, I'll just be doing this really quickly here. Okay, there's the first winner. And the second winner here. Bear with me for a minute, folks. Like I said, if you want to get in on this, we do it all the time. And all you got to do is join the channel as a member. And then you become a drop head holder. The membership's $1, so it's not like a big deal. Okay, so then they got the third person here, won 2,000 right here. And this is a perpetual ongoing program, you guys. And then the 5,000 winner. Okay, this is a first-time winner too, which is really cool. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys who won. And then I'll post this up in Discord, and then later today I'll be sending this out to everybody. So let's stop that screen right there and share it up. Here we go. So the winners this week, okay, of the Eco Club, the OMI rewards. So you're winning OMI crypto here. 1,000 OMI went to William Peartree. 1,000 OMI went to Painful Monkey. 2,000 OMI went to Fiji NFT, and 5,000 OMI went to Cord 530. So there we go. So we can update this. This is another 9,000 right there. So we're up to 129,000 OMI rewarded. So this is really cool. Just by being a drop head holder, all you need is one. So, there we go. I'll save that right there. Now, the other way to get OMI is that if you own this logo here, this version with the back soon, this one here is another drop head that it's in the collection. It has the back soon. Now, they don't close the market as much anymore, so we're burning these ones if you want to reduce the supply. And if you burn one of these, in my Discord, you get 250 OMI for every one you burn. So that's another way to get OMI. So also on Saturday, I have my live stream. So we have the comic book rewards. Let me show you what's going on with the comic book rewards, because this week we have some really good ones as we keep getting further along. So this is a different utility program for drop heads that have a blind box logo on their chest. There's in real world comic rewards, right? So this is on Saturday. We hand these out, and the rewards are getting bigger because we have lots of members in this one. And this first one's going out, Doc versus DC versus Vampires. The Todd McFarlane cover tribute. This just came out this month, so I got an issue for you guys, and that's going out on Saturday. Okay, and then the second comic we're doing is the facsimile edition, or however you say it, of the Tales of Suspense 57. This just came out this month at the comic shop too. So I snagged a copy for my members. That's going out. And this is an exact duplicate of the original comic, going down to ads and everything. So if you open it up, it's got the original ads and everything. It's a perfect replica, but it's brand new, right? So that's going out too. And then the third winner we have is Spider-Man 600. So this is a nice milestone issue, Amazing Spider-Man 600 from the original Spider-Man series. This is from around 1999 or so, or maybe I think is it 2009? Anyway, I can't remember the year, but this is number 600. So that's a real great milestone issue. So that one's going out. And then the last one that's going out that I've announced, because I will announce another one too, is Iron Man versus the Hulk from 1979. Now, this one is interesting. It's because this particular storyline is where Tony Stark tries to help Bruce Banner get rid of the Hulk. And if you watch in the She-Hulk show, the first episode, the Hulk talks about the time during the blip when him and Tony were working on it. And of course, they came to the Smart Hulk, right? That's how but Tony was working with them. So this is kind of a comic with a really famous cover that has a decent real world value of close to 400 for a 9.8. And so this one's going to go out too. And it kind of ties into the MCU storyline. So those 4 comics are going out on the 17th. So if you don't have a drop head, get into it, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And if you do have one, stay tuned, right? Stay tuned. So that's that. We handled our OMI rewards. We'll close that off really good. This is one thing I wanted to show you guys too. Okay, really quickly. Have you guys seen this video? Okay, so this is a Disney cruise ship video. Check it out. Watch this. This came out the same time the lamp did. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think about that, you guys? That is a bronze, Aladdin on the, with Jasmine there on the magic carpet coming out of the lamp. Now this, just so you know what this is, okay? So just so you know what this is. So this came out when we got the lamp. So this is, I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to get a third wish or anything, but look, there's the Disney treasure. So what this is a cruise ship that Disney is launching called the Disney Treasure. It's a big cruise ship. And, so this is like a video they added to it, to show kind of the inside of what it's going to look like. And there's the lamp. Now we get the lamp dropped as a golden moment in the app, and then this comes out pretty much almost the same time. So don't you think that's kind of funny? Is that funny to anybody? Is that interesting? It's pretty cool. There's a whole sound to it and everything. So, I actually tweeted this out. If you want to go to my Twitter page, you can see the statue itself. Check it out. So maybe one day we will get that. I have no clue. I'm just throwing it out there at you. I'm just throwing it out there, just food for thought. Let's just go to Veve's page really quick right here. So here we go. We got this thing coming out again, like I said, with the animation, right? So yeah, if you don't have a MetaMask, Jared, you can also, I did a video on my channel of how to actually buy NFTs on the OpenSea. It's from about 4 months ago. So you have to kind of go back into my video library and search, but it's how to buy NFTs on the OpenSea. It's just a little instructional video to show people how to get a MetaMask or how to get a Coinbase. I know you have Coinbase, so that works too. So you probably already know this, but for anybody who doesn't know, you can go on the YouTube and watch anybody make those videos, but I did it specifically too. But yeah, man, just send me your Coinbase wallet. It's all good, right? It's all good. So the Vader looks so cool in AR. I know. It looks good. You'll never sell, right, Bill? Don't sell that AF-15. Let's all go unclaimed. Mickey Sorcerer editions will be burnt. Yeah, I know. They'll be burnt, you guys. They're going to be burnt. Bolshevik. I'm trying to decide whether to finish my first Batman set Finish the Golden Moment set or focus on my collection on Star Wars? Do I go for one of the big sets or focus on one IP? It's tough. Yeah, those are the decisions that I have to make all the time too, man. It's tough in this app, you know, unless you have unlimited funds. Yeah, you do have to focus. So let us know what you decide to do right there. K Bacon, minting Mickey on the drop and letting my promo burn. Who's with me? Let's reduce the supply. Yeah, that's what some people are going to do. They're going to go for the drop. And if they get one, they're going to not redeem and lower the supply. It's actually a perfect plan. Now, you're going to be competing with me, Bacon. You're going to be competing with me on that drop because I don't have a promo code. So, but I'm happy with how I'm really interested to see how this whole thing plays out. In 2 weeks from now, what's going to happen, right? So, seriously, I don't care about comics before Veve. Now I'm contemplating physical comics. Yeah, this is the thing that comic shops or people like that, they need to get on board with the digital age here. Believe me, I'm one of those people who's old school from the old comic book world. And you got to, like, you know, if you're in that world, like I owned a shop, like I said, and it's not competition. We're creating comic collectors here, right here in the app that are going to the shop and buying these comics, like to match them up. And other comics too. And I'm sending out comics on my channel to my members, like real world comics. A lot of people that are hold a drop head that do the comic book reward on Saturday, a lot of them have never owned a comic. It's great. I'm sending them the first comic through owning a drop. It's really fun that they're like, this is the first time I've ever had a comic. I think it's so cool. Like it just, Veve has done a lot of powerful things, you guys. G Metals never set foot in a comic store until I started getting into Veve. Exactly, right? It's crazy. Even took my son and he loved it. It was a great time. I know comic shops, I mean, depending on which ones you go into, but most of the time they're super fun. The owners are really cool. Usually they're really happy to have you there. You know, and, you know, you find a good one that you can go back to and they can really help you out and you can, you know, pick out some cool covers and you can, there's all sorts of toys that are always in there too. It's a really great. So, Dre Day, MC, are still bullish on Superman or Vader? Yeah, man, Superman. I'm like, I sold my Supermans before because, you know, I saw the trend. And so I sold my last one at 1,300, but that was quite a long time ago now. And it's always been my goal to get him back. And now he's around 600 or so. And it's the perfect chance to get him. I just don't have the 600 gems at the moment because I'm working on AF-15. But I would take, you know, Superman or Vader. I would personally myself choose the Vader because I'm a bigger Star Wars fan. And I think he's, you know, he's animated and there's less of him, you know, of the ultra rare. But the Superman, you know, that selling fee really hurts him. People always flip him out because, you know, he doesn't cost as much to sell. So it's that was always the thing that bothered me is that nobody would let him fly because every time there was a big announcement, they would dump him because, you know, they could get like, you know, more of their gems back. But in this world now in Veve where you can cash out, those ones that have the low selling fee, you'd think would be the ones that people would want to stack up on and then have the price go up and then sell and then cash out, right? Like you think that those ones would be the ones that would be more sought after because you actually get more of your real money if you own them. So yeah, I will be getting Superman again. JL, been picking up Silver Age comics like you advised. I noticed some of the uncommon and rare versions are very cheap. Check the highest value physicals as a reference. Yeah, I know it's crazy. This is the best time ever. You stack those up. You can't go wrong. I mean, you know, if you watch the tweets I put out of the Silver Age collection, actually, I have it right here. If you want to see, it's an unofficial collection, you guys. It's not the official collection. Let's close that. Let's just scroll down here. Here's the unofficial Veve Silver Age comic collection. Now, Marvel Comics 1, okay, is a Golden Age comic. It's not a Silver Age. It comes before, but I put it in here because it's the only one we have on the app. And I wanted to group it in with these guys because otherwise it just sits on its own, which it should. It could sit on its own. It's all good. But I threw it into the whole collection. So there's really actually 26. And the years on some of these are for Silver Age are kind of like, you know, the debate of what's a silver. There's some early 1970s comics that people do like to sometimes throw into the Silver Age. Even though I like to have most of the stuff in the 70s in the Bronze Age. That's just where I put them, you know, because the 12-cent cover for me, it's got to be, but, you know, for not a double issue. So this is sort of how I grouped it. So, you know, it's up for debate. There could be one in here, an extra one maybe from the early 70s you could throw in here, maybe. But I took the Marvel comics and stuck it in there. But like, yeah, this whole collection right here sitting around just under 1,000 gems for the whole thing. If you get one copy of each, which is absolutely amazing right now for 27 of the best comics that exist on the app. in regards to real world value. There are no comics bigger. I mean, there's like some other ones like Miles Morales and all that, and you know, some Ghost Rider comics and stuff like that that are big. But the Silver Age stuff in the real world, look any of these up, you guys. They're all monsters. You're 100% right, MC. I only collected Pokemon prior to Veve. There you go, man. There you go. It's true, right? Spider Zero, 100% creating new collectors. I'm not a physical collector since I got robbed. Oh, no, dude. You got robbed? But with Veve, digital collectibles have reignited my collector spirit. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. That's the thing. It's pretty hard to rob your Veve collection. That's why I'm taking half of my collection, all my collection, and moving it into digital by the end of the year. I've talked about it lots. 50% of my entire collecting, like everything, is going to be Veve and other NFTs as well, but mostly Veve by the end of 2023. And I'm slowly working my way there because a lot of those things can happen in the real world. It's scary, right? Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're getting back into it. K-Bacon, I started with Pokemon sports cards. Crypto got me into Veve. Now I'm interested in physical comics and collectibles. Yeah, they all go together. You know, this is not one or the other. I mean, look at what I got behind me. I got everything. And look who's coming into the chat to talk for a few minutes. It's Dino. How you doing,
brother?
buddy?
How you doing? How you doing, fam?
Oh, so good. I had Johnny Dunn come on earlier. I don't know if you caught a bit of that, but he popped in. We talked for about 40 minutes or something. He was dropping bombs, spreading the knowledge. So that was super fun, man. What are you up to?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I didn't know if you were still going to be live. I saw your link. So I figured I'd come in. I'm just sitting with a baby right now. I got a baby right here. And yeah, I was trying to get ready for the hero snapshot today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been selling a lot of cards the last week, and then the last day is always a big. I was trying to. I don't know if it's going to be on my mint or not, and I don't think I did it, but I was trying to position myself in position 420 to try to get that mint number.
Yeah,
but
man.
I don't know if I did it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, it's awesome, dude. So you got your baby right there. You guys are just having a relaxing day.
Yeah, dude, she's just sucking on a pacifier, chilling. And I'm like, oh, I'll come on and say hi.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. That's why I threw it out there just to see what you're doing. Yeah, we were talking, Johnny and I. We went back in time a bit. We got in the DeLorean, and I asked him some questions about the OG days, and you and me, we've talked a lot, right, about all sorts of stuff, and it's kind of funny because I was asking him, like if we were back then, like if you and me, because we joined after, right, and it's easy for us to say we'd stack, Todd's up the yin yang. And we probably would, let's be honest. I mean, if I was in the app, if I knew about the app back then because of the power of Spatman,
I think you would have. I think you might have. I don't think I would have.
Yeah, there was so much FUD and there was so much uncertainty that those guys and girls that were there, those people, they had to have guts to do it, man, to put money in. So he talked a bit about, so you don't think you would have, eh?
No, I mean, my story of joining Veve, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have any faith when I joined, you know what I mean? Because I didn't think I didn't like how the app looked, right? And so based off how the app looked, I was like, I don't think Disney would partner with them. So I thought it was like fake. But then when Andre Jick said it wasn't, so that's when I saw it. I was like, okay. And then when I fully saw, because he's pretty trustworthy in the financial community.
Sure.
People say whatever they want about him in Veve, but the guy has 2 million subs. Like, he knows pretty much every. Yeah, he's really smart. He knows like every other financial YouTuber. He's very well connected.
And he gives good perspectives that you can take or leave, right? One quick thing. Sorry, hold on one sec. Jared, and I'll let you get back to that. Hey, Jared, it's because I'm probably not following you on Twitter yet if you can't DM me. So I will follow you back right after the stream, and then we'll be able to DM each other. So just stay tuned, okay? Because I need to be able to follow. That's how you can also DM me on Instagram, though. And you don't, if you can get to me that way. So anyway, sorry, go on. You're watching Andre Jick, just in case Jared, he's trying to get a hold of me, right? So, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I was hitting on
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, dude, it's no stress. No, so anyways, I joined after I saw Disney tweeting, it definitely made me more like comfortable, about it. I just, so for me, I don't think I would have stacked Todd's because I don't think I would have been here. And if I was here, I don't think I would have stacked Todd's. I'm not but that's what I'm trying to, I always give credit to them because it's like, they saw something like before other people saw it and they got rewarded for it. And if they sold in January, they probably changed their life. You know what I mean? And then they can still be here. They can go back and buy Todd, and they can still like. So no, I mean, I don't think I would have. I'm not trying to like discredit myself. I just don't think I would have.
No, it's an honest question that I think to myself. I go like, yeah, would I have done that? Would I have thrown money in like that? I mean, they said the market was closed like all of March. From like the 3rd of March, there was no market. And, you know, that was, so then people, you know, and Todd was still available in the store from October. He was still for sale. So like, you know, would you have gone, oh, it's now, yeah, this is going to go. This is going to,
yeah, this is why I should buy 100 of these. That's what this means, right?
It's going to be huge. It hasn't sold out in 6 months. It's going to be huge. Right? Like,
yeah, it'll be
huge. Oh man. Hey, guess what? So Bill in the chat here, Dino. So Bill bought that AF-15 11,000 that was on the floor. You remember those? Last night,
yeah, I saw they were gone today. I saw they were gone today.
Yeah, Bill bought one right here in the chat. So congrats to Bill. In case Dino's got a little baby trouble, he might have some baby trouble. I lived those days. I lived the baby days. We'll let him fix the pacifier and stuff like that. But yeah, man, there's your baby. Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, she's crying. I'm not a good streamer right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to say that Bill, he bought one of the 11,000 AF-15s. He got it for 10,700. He negotiated. And so that one's gone now. Both of them are gone, man. The first one, because we, in the spaces last night, we were with CB. You were in there too. And we were all like, oh, there's 2.
That's crazy. I wonder, did the other one sell or did it delist? I wonder.
I think it's sold. I think somebody got it when, were you in the, did it sell while we were in the space? No, it sold in the night. I don't know. I don't know if it, I don't know.
You know what? Bill joined the chat. Someone sent Bill Bill already joined our group, our holder group. I think I saw his name. So
nice. Yes, there you go, man. Oh, Dino, if you got that one right there, and it's tough, hey, to decide they'll sell it or keep it, because 11,000 gems. I mean, the damage you could do in the market and the opportunities you could like unlock by flipping and getting, you know, like, or just even just cashing out, like just even cashing out. Man, to hold that, man, it's an incredible thing to have at the same time, right? But it's also a tough choice.
Yeah, it is. You know, and it is a tough choice. I thought about that the other day. I still have one, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. I guess I've tried to sell it, and I'm like, maybe I'll sell it, maybe I won't. Like, if the price moves to a price where I'm way more comfortable, then you know, who knows though? I might change my mind tomorrow. I might floor it for 10K. You know,
do whatever you want, man.
I ain't gonna complain with 10 grand. It's like, how can you complain when you're like, oh, I paid $20 for this and I made 10 grand. I'm like, I'm not gonna complain. Like, it's like,
no, you paid 20, you got 10 grand. I mean, where else in the world could that happen? Is there anywhere else that could happen in the world? No?
Like the lottery, like a scratcher.
Yeah, a scratcher. Yeah, you get one of those like little scratch wins for 10K. Like anyone ever wins those. You know my story on that one. So I bought a scratch win one time. I got $50, like a $2 scratch win. I'm like, oh, I won 50. So I got the big plan. This is when I was in my 20s. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take that 50 and I'm gonna go buy 50 scratches. Because, you know, right? Maybe I win 1,000. I don't know. Maybe at least I'll get my money back. So I took it. I went to multiple like corner stores, basically, in 7-Elevens, and bought like 5 there, 5 there, all of the same like one. This one called Gold Rush. I don't know if you guys get it down there, but it's called Gold Rush. It's been here forever at every corner store in Canada, right? So I went around, about 5 there, 5 there, just spread it out because, you know, maybe I'll get lucky, right? So I scratched them all, ended up with $27. So I was like, okay, I got $27 now from the original 2. So what am I going to do? Should I just go eat lunch? No, I'm going to reinvest it again. So then I went and I bought a $20 big one. You know, it was like a set for life one. This one that we have up here too is called Set for Life, and $1,000 a week for the rest of your life or whatever, or an instant payout. And so, and then that was 20. And then for the other 7, I bought like another $5, and then one, like there's some tax. So I bought like a 1. And so I scratched all that. Nothing. 0. So it went from 2 to 50 to 27 to 0. But it was
you know what that sounds like?
It was a lot of fun.
That sounds like people that mint squirrel girls.
Yeah, exactly. That's the squirrel. That's actually just replaced what I said was Squirrel Girl secret rare.
Yeah, and now it's a Veve video. You literally could clip this, and now that's a Veve video tomorrow.
Yeah, just over my mouth goes Squirrel Girl.
Yeah,
Squirrel Girl.
that's all it is. There you go.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna end my stream now, but I'm glad you popped in for the last little bit of it, man. It's so fun. Will you be hanging around later tonight? We'll probably chat, right?
Yeah. I'll probably jump into space. I'm always up late with the baby, and so
Yeah. How's that going? How's the baby life going, man?
dude, she's chilling. She's great. She's growing up. She's doing good. She's already like kind of transitioning from like complete newborn. Like she's starting to smile at us and like look around. And
Sure.
our 2-year-old's great. Yeah. So no, we're visiting some friends right now, and so we're at their house. But yeah, it's a blast, man. Being a dad's fun. A lot of work, but fun.
It's awesome, dude. Like we have to message David and Alex and Reese and all them and see when we can get her an account. Let's get this,
dude.
Let's get this kid account going. Let's go.
Yeah, she needs to go for drops. Her little fingers are nimble.
She could do it. Just a little like ding,
That would be awesome.
Oh man, that's awesome. All right, man. I'll see you later. Thanks, buddy.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fun to see Dino, you guys. Everybody make sure you're popping over on his channel for sure. Really quick, be back in the chat just for a couple minutes here. Kenry, tomorrow we get the drop code. Yeah, so you'll get it emailed to you. If you haven't, I think some people have already gotten it. So check your email. Excuse me. Meta Money, how you doing? How you doing? G Metals, I'm convinced we won't have golden moments anymore, but we might get some platinum or diamond moments. Yeah, we were chatting about that last night too. I know that Dino, I should have asked him about it, but he thinks we might get some diamond stuff. So here's how it works, right? So, there's the 50 is the anniversary. If you do a 50th anniversary, that's gold. So, there's golden moments. There's 50 of those statues at the Disneyland parks. Now, we didn't get the exact golden moment statues to match. Like some of the ones that we have don't match the exact park ones, but they're gold because there's 50 of them. Okay, we don't have 50 in the app, but that's why they're golden moments. The 25th anniversary is silver. And, but the 100th anniversary is a diamond. So that's kind of like, the stones for anniversary gifts. So Disney is entering into the 100 year in 2023. That's coming up. That's the D23, the stuff that they have, and the logo, the 100 years. So we might get some diamond Disney collectibles. Now, I don't know if they'll be called moments, but like diamond moments, maybe. They might be just brand new stuff because we're starting to see some new stuff. They'd have that kind of platinum looking Mickey that also is by the 100 logo. So maybe it'll be platinum. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, we're definitely going to get more stuff from Disney in the future, G Metals for sure. Right. So how you doing, Meta Money? Good to see you. Yeah, Jared, I'll connect with you right after the stream. I'll I'll follow you back. Okay. And then you can DM me and I'll get you your drop head. And then we got Karazimi. How you doing? Karazmi, how you doing? What's up, fam? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I've always see you in the market, dude. It's good that you're here. Glad to see you. I recognize you. Good to see you. Yeah, Spiders here. Yeah, the market was closed and all the deals on Telegram. I remember those days. I only grabbed 5 Todds back then and got rid of most too early. Yeah, it's interesting, right? If we could all go back, we would all know what to do exactly. But he still seems like he did pretty well, man. Meta Money, do you think Todd will come down too from where he is now? Yeah, he could. He could come down a bit. He already went down, went back up. He's really strong. Todd is really strong, you guys. I'm just going to share that really quickly right here. Hold on one sec. Let's just get to the Veve market. I'm just going to look at Todd. Let's just go to my collection because he's right here in my collection. Here he is. He's 1376. He's really strong. He's always been strong. Let's click on that. So there's only 117 listed. You can see like he's holding tough, because Todd is the first, he's first Batman, first NFT on the app, and it's Todd McFarlane. So the trifecta right there. So he's holding strong. He might come down a bit. He went down further than this. There's going to be opportunities to get in. There's always going to be opportunities, but we'll see what happens. But once it starts to go the other way, he's going to be back up again. He's going to be 5K, 6K, something like that. Like you watch, he will. For sure, right? And One Kenobi, how you doing? Bill says, enjoy your day. Thank you so much, man. I'll see you in the spaces for sure. And congrats again on that legendary comic, right? That's amazing. ML picked up the Ultra Rare Vader last night. Congratulations. That is awesome. I'm glad that you did that, man. That is so cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that's probably about it. My throat's getting a little dry. I talked my heart out here. Okay. I think the vote here is hat as opposed to no hat. No one wants to get the glare in your face. And one more, Diamond Ink. Mycollectables, how could you say Laker fans could like Celtics? Please explain. Diamond Ink, it's just because I want to watch them battle it out, right? So I can sort of cheer for the Celtics as long as they're in the finals together, it's the best entertainment ever. And then it gets my blood boiling, but I do have a long-term, history behind watching Lakers and Celtics battle. So you start to kind of appreciate both franchises, because of it's like the Red Sox and the Yankees. It's the same idea for me. The only thing watching them battle it out is the best ever entertainment, right? So that's sort of what I'm thinking, right? That's sort of what, and they only play like maybe once or twice a year. So, it's not like they're battling in the same division. So I hear you though, man. It's almost sacrilegious to say that, but it's all good. Anyway, guys, thanks for dropping by my live stream today. I'm going to let you go. We'll see you, in the next live stream. I'll see you on Saturday. That's my next live stream is Saturday morning. That's where we do the comic book rewards. Good luck on the drop tomorrow with Mickey. We'll see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. I wish I could predict a price. I wish I could predict how many is going to be available. I have no clue. I'm pretty sure I'm going for the drop tomorrow to try to mint one. There's only 6,000 available to me. I don't have a code. And then we'll see how this plays out over the next week and a half. Like, it's going to be really interesting to see. And we'll see what other stuff we get in Veve drop this week, right? So best of luck. I will see you guys in the next video. Happy collecting. Cheers. Thanks again.